All right, test, test, test. Sweet. I'm throwing out announcements, and we'll be underway. Do, 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 do. All right, we're keeping up with the Agricola nonsense. Anyhow, yeah, we're keeping up the Agricola spam. Playing some more. Hey, Prohel. Hey, Gonzo. Welcome. All right. Got the announcements out. Got distracted. Have a minute 45 left. I should be a bit quicker. Kulala is sort of like an old Play Agricola name, and very well could be since they are quite good. Micah Muscovite does not play much Agricola. I don't even. Where is it? There they are. 27 games, 158. They're new. Not very good. 74 games, 113. Okay. So, in other words, I'm sitting behind the weaker players. I'm first seat. It's probably going to be a fairly easy game, but you never know. We also see a grocer, and I see a grocer take a grocer. I mean, probably. And then as for miners, I'm a butter churn fan. I'm a forest stone fan. I'm a chicken coop fan. I especially like food help with grocer, so probably just take forest stone. Forest stone's very flexible. Get a little bit of food. Get a point. It's not the most thrilling first pick miner, but none of these are thrilling, and a lot of them are useful. If we get a churn or coop on the wheel, even value assets, those are the sorts of cards I want. I'm not the biggest bottles fan. Muckrake can be okay. Small basket. Could be a forest owner game. Somebody might take Housebrook Master and go for the Manservant. Task Artisan would be nice back. Realistically, I'm getting something very blah back. It's not WBC Micah, is it? I very much doubt it. That's not the right Micah name at all, and the rating is not. Also, Kulala is Mockingjay, very good player. Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, to be clear, I'm not 100% sure that this is that player, but I'm guessing it is. As for Pro Howl, so thanks so much for the Prime sub. I missed that. Wow, thanks. Yeah, really appreciate that. Always appreciate that. You had a nice game earlier, but you got absolutely blasted by Rubenstock. That happens. Hopefully, a better game than yesterday. I highly suspect we're getting a better game than yesterday. We have some weak players that are probably passing us cards they shouldn't be. Highlighted by a wood carrier. Getting a wood for every improvement is dumb. I will take that. Miners, though, are not that exciting in this game, so maybe it's not going to be the greatest wood carrier ever, but it's wood carrier. Can't go that wrong. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of these. I'm not normally a feed fences guy, but with wood carrier, you have a lot of extra wood, actually, and if that, there's a decent chance the, muckrake comes back, which makes it quite a bit better. Plus, building early stables can let you breed animals, which is good for food. It's unclear to me that this is the right pick, but I've been telling myself I should warm up on feed fence a little compared to how I feel about it. And this could be a good opportunity to try that out. I'm not a big junk room fan, just because the clay cost is obnoxious. Free field rotation could be okay, but I don't know when I'm going to have 3 Ox. These are both kind of mid-game Ox. I don't have early game Ox at the moment. Most of the rest of the Ox in this pack are pretty underwhelming, but we'll see what happens. Big braid buy the clay from grocer. Yeah, that is an option, obviously, but obviously not one we're actually going to take. Paying for early groceries is also, I think, generally a mistake. An animal reeve, you say, and a constable, you say. And, well, I'm not taking a Stark's Nest, but this is not a Stark's Nest hand. But Animal Reeve, I think, is very strong to have power over. Also, Sheep Provider is a really good source of grain for food. Lots of good stuff here. Also, Lumber Mill. I love me a Lumber Mill. I'm almost certainly taking lumber mill here. I've seen quite a few wood costing miners. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna take this lumber mill. I'm first seed. I guaranteed open RSF. I'm sitting after weak players who hopefully don't take enough early RSF and let me spam RSF. Ugh. Build majors, wood carrier, tie it all together. As much as I am a fan of taking Animal Reeve, I kind of want an Ock I can play early, and I'm slightly more willing to throw Constable into the game for sure here than I am to play an early Animal Reeve and guarantee it's an Animal Reeve game. However, hiding Animal Reeve from the only other strong player at the table also could be very powerful. Also, sheep provider for food is not crazy because we still haven't actually figured out how we're going to generate enough food to make this grocer good. But also, there's seed seller with a corn scoop floating around, which is a lot of grain. There's so much grain, actually. I'm not sure I want to get in on the grain fights. I'd rather just have a card I can play early. I guess I believe Animal Reeve is stronger. If I reveal Animal Reeve early, ugh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Wow. um, well, Animal Teacher's a good card. It's also very good with Animal Reeve. So, things have all of a sudden come together quite nicely. Hide Farmer's kind of nice for Hide Farmer's good in Constable games, but I should have enough wood. Stable Cleaner is kind of cute with Feed Fence, but obviously Animal Teacher is too good. Excursion of the Quarry is very powerful, and I do want a lot of stone. However, Wood Carrier doesn't love Excursion of the Quarry. Also, it's food intensive, and again, I kind of want food help. So this might actually be Clay Pipe. I also have Lumber Mill, which probably means Clearing Spade is free, but I don't know how many fields I'm going to get. One thing that's not at all clear to me in this game is how I generate fields. One of the other nice things about Clay Pipe is once you play Grocer, you can buy groceries and it counts for Clay Pipe, so you can kind of manipulate your rounds to make Clay Pipe work slightly easier. Also, Wood Carrier is going to count for Clay Pipe, so it's part of the reasons I like Clay Pipe here is we have a little bit of manipulation on the resource counts, making it slightly easier to hit Clay Pipe. And again, I need a little bit of food help this game. This game definitely wants a hearth now with Animal Teacher. But I'm also partly going to just try to feed off a bunch of RSFs and hopefully some decent bottom feeding because other people have lots of grain, but we'll see. Weak players tend to over-prioritize playing Ox, so I should be able to just get big resource grabs early is the theory, and leverage those into just building a room. I'm very happy squatting for growth this game. Wood Carrier makes starting that much more exciting since it all comes with a wood later. I have good miners thus far that I'm happy to play. We do get the Muckrake back, which is part of why I liked taking Feed Fence. It also helps make Constable that much easier to hit because we don't need that many farmyard spaces. But I also really like Butter Churn. Yeah, interesting here. Also, I don't mind value assets, but I don't super think I have the food for value assets. And with a lumber mill, I really like Muckrake or Butter Churn being free. I like Butter Churn having a point, and I like that it's going to give me food in an Animal Reeve game. Muckrake, I think, is decent bonus points, but I also am playing an Animal Reeve game. Animal Reeve makes having outside stables plus fences plus constable trying to plow plus building rooms a bit onerous. I'm gonna claim I don't need the Muckrake here, and I'm just gonna take Butter Churn. I'm a big Butter Churn fan. As for Ock, Case Builder is pretty reasonable here off Animal Teacher. Normally I don't like playing Case Builder, but I really just want any Ock that like kind of does things. Millwright could be the other pick here otherwise to give me another grain, because I only get one grain off Grocer. Technically Case Builder could give me a grain, but I don't know how I'm getting a second grain, I guess. But Case Builder also might give me a reed and a wood that I need.
I'm gonna take a case builder, even though I normally don't like this very much. Nobody went for Housebrook Master Groom, which is kind of interesting. Wow, Pig Owner came all the way back. Corn Scoop also has come around. Interesting. Okay. The only reason that I point out Corn Scoop is because there was a seed seller floating around, but presumably nobody really needs that. 3 field rotation is probably just the best pick here, but with Lumber Mill, Corn Scoop's mildly interesting, but I probably don't actually want to take grain actions. I have enough other things to focus on. I think focusing on grain is a distraction. So I think 3 field rotation, though, is fine. I don't know that I'll get 3 fields, but a free miner. I mean, I have to get 3 ox down, but I'm not a big fan of Outskirts Director. I don't think this is the game for it. Clay Carrier can be okay, but again, you need tons of food. Clay Carrier with Clay Pipe is again mildly cute, but I think it's wrong here. You think 3 field might be the card you tend to overrate hardest? Yeah, I think 3 field rotation is not particularly good. Because it doesn't really do anything till late, and by late, you usually have so many ways to generate food. And then also, it's a little awkward because you have to have open fields, which is not totally a thing you actually want. So it has some awkwardness. It can be late food, but sometimes it isn't. To be honest, this is a game where I might only get like 2 fields anyhow, or maybe I have 3 fields, but I'm gonna want them all full. I really don't know that I'm using this. I do think I'm supposed to take Pig Owner here. Pig Owner with Animal Teacher, Animal Reeve, I want to get to 4 pigs anyhow. Pig Owner is pretty easy bonus points in the end game, hopefully. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, Constable coming back around is also pretty nutty. I'm very willing to throw Constable into the game early for 4 wood if I'm forced to Ock, and I can hide the Animal Reeve from Koala for a bit longer. I'm a fan of that. Woodpile is passing, so I kind of prefer Thick Forest. However, Thick Forest is really awkward to play because 5 clay is a number I don't always have. And I don't really love playing it compared to my other miners. So it's okay to have a passing miner with Wood Carrier. It's unlikely I'm playing all these miners before I play Wood Carrier anyhow. Wood Carrier being like 5 or 6 wood is plenty. Especially when we already have other wood injection in the hand. Constable being extra wood injection here, and Lumber Mill being some quasi wood injections, very nice. Woodpile is even more wood injection, though, I guess. I mean, so's Thick Forest. When have I ever played Woodpile, though? Woodpile's so weak because you have to be in accumulation spaces. Never mind, I've talked myself back out of it. It's bad. Thick Forest is. All right, we have a really good hand here. You love a 4 wood Ock? Yeah, they're very useful, especially when I don't super want to be Ocking early anyhow. The fact that they give me wood is very handy here. As usual, I don't really care about Ock here early, though. I don't super need this Animal Teacher or this Constable down. I do like having the extra wood for setting up stables with hopefully feed fence and butter churn shenanigans in the future. But yeah, for now, this is all good. Hollow Warden gets played. Wow. I mean, Hollow Warden's okay, but I'm a little surprised to see it. But Hollow Warden's not particularly scary. Harpooner, also not scary. It does mean the bottom feeding's a little harder to access, but somebody's adding food via a non-animal route. So I like that. The downside of Harpooner is they eat a bunch of wood, but I have a bunch of wood injection, and then they're not fighting me on RSF, which is really the only space that I want to just take a shit ton of times early. I would love to take tons of Reedstone. This is a game where I really would like to build a 4th room. I have very limited desire, actually, to stay on 3 rooms this game. Like, I might have a pretty good 3-room game, and depending on the growth queue, maybe I'll be 3-room, but I would generally just like having a 4th action here. I have lots of Ox that are worth playing. I have the way to generate lots of wood, so having to fight into the growth queue multiple times doesn't scare me. This could be a decent time to justify plowing over 2 wood, because plows could get very tight later. I saw no plow help. But I also don't plan to be doing crop things this game. So the fact that fields are going to basically be empty until I eventually do grocer things means that I'm just going to take 2 wood and get slightly better tempo on trying to like build stables and other stuff. Having breeding stables going so I can take early sheep and try to do butter churn things, or even put my own sheep in there via animal teacher. I would really like to build 2 stables with my first room, I think. Even if I don't have feed fence down, I'm very willing to build 2 stables with my first room, and then build the remaining 2 stables later with feed fences providing me a bit of food. It's possible I start player somewhat early this game with feed fence though too. I'm not sure. Koala plowing I like to see because again, anybody easing up the plow pressure I approve of. I like plow pressure being alleviated. Not that plow pressure is going to be completely alleviated just because somebody's plowing early, but it just mildly helps. There's slightly more fields in the game, which should help just a little with getting fields later. Because yeah, my main concern with Constable this game is actually filling out my farmyard spaces. That part's a little awkward. So filling out the farmyard spaces with Constable is going to be our slight challenge this game. Teal's gonna start player. I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't love it, but they're allowed to. Value assets is a good card for Harpooner. Actually, that's a nice combo. Harpooner generates a lot of extra food, and value assets being able to turn that back into the wood that you need to fuel Harpooner is actually a nice little combo. So kudos to them for finding that. Um, it would be lovely if nobody took Hollow this round and left the Clay Warden just staring at nothing. However, if 4 Clay gets left, that's actually a very strong action. I would really like it, but it's not going to happen. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I would like 4 Clay in round 3 for a Hearth, but if I have to wait for like 5 Clay in round 5 or something, at this point there's no early sheep, so yeah, early food looks a little tight. So I'd love to keep taking RSF actions. Harpooner taking 2 read is surprising. I don't think that's a great move, but I will take RSF or Freeok. Will I take Freeok? I probably will take Freeok. Playing Animal Teacher or Constable here is fine. Do I play Animal Teacher first, or do I just play Constable first? Because I don't really have room for the animals coming from Animal Teacher. That's unclear. You don't get the read grab there? Yeah, it's just not good. It's really that simple. The thing about 3 field rotation is that it has 2 hard prereqs. Yeah, it has a prereq of 3 ox, which is already slightly annoying because it means you're not playing it probably till the mid or late game. And then it has another sneaky prereq that's not writ on it, but it says you need a grain, a veg, and 3 fields minimum, which is a lot. And then you have to sow it also. So yeah, I agree. I'm not very high on it, but yes, getting all of that done is yuck. Completely agreed. Getting another RSF here is joy. I'm fine with this. Feed me the RSFs. I will take them all. I will SP Lumbermill into 4 Clay? Maybe. Although Wood Expert also hints at somebody gonna start, potentially, with some improvement. Like, Wood Expert passed me a sack cart. What's Wood Expert doing passing a sack cart? Wood Expert sack cart's actually, like, legitimately good. Paying 2 wood for sack cart suck. Oh, sack cart might require 2 ox, though. That's a thing. But you find the 3 ox part harder. At least in the late game, it's something free to SP or grow with, but yeah, it's just kind of bad. Yeah, look, Gonzo, I don't want to be too low on it, because it has its uses, and, like, some games it is, like, 9 late game food, and it's actually quite nice. Yeah, as Civ says, like, it is a pretty good rate. 3 free food and a harvest for doing things you want to do is good. Like, it's just tricky. There's only so many. Cube Cutter's getting played. Ruh-roh. The elo is starting to show. The elo is beginning to shine through. I would not be sad if purple SP'd for us actually, but if purple doesn't start, I very well might. With wood carrier, I need to be more aggressive about starting. All my cards are good to play, but purple is going to start. All right, fine. I'm probably just taking 2 more wood. Junk Room gets played. Okay. I'm super taking 4 clay. I mean, I guess as soon as I take 4 clay, Koala will have 2 clay for a fireplace, but whatever. Did we actually pay a food for Junk Room? Oh, wow, we did. We paid a food for Junk Room. I mean, I guess paying a food for a wood is okay, but it's not really the thing I would do early. Yeah, we're not going to leave 4 wood on the board. Let's just keep taking room parts. Excuse you, sir, but your elo is showing. Yeah, indeed. You just look at it and see a way to feed when really it's a way to smooth out your late food tempo. Yeah, your card evaluation system is like size plus rate plus strategic investment. I think that's loosely how it should be. Koala has plowed again. Kulala probably has a cesspit. It's probably a cesspit is my new read. I will slam 4 clay here though. 4 clay gets me hearth next round, and we have sheep now in round 3 that I'd still like, and I have an animal teacher. And I mean, yeah, like I guess Kulala, why can't I say it? Kulala, Kulala. Maybe I have to call them 808 over here. Anyhow, um, I guess technically they could SP Cesspit into the first fireplace still, but wow, Wood Barter, that's a good card also. All right, my opponents did draft some good cards. I could continue hammering RSF, which is also a hilarious option. But given that I want a Hearth, I'm gonna do this. Gonna lock that up. And then my next action is just 3 wood, probably. Assuming 3 wood comes back, I'm taking 3 wood. If 3 wood doesn't come back, we'll think. We'll think about it. But hopefully just an easy 3 wood. That's the new dream. Although teal should take 3 wood. Or teal should fish. Teal should fish. Teal's supposed to fish. And then purple. Purple also needs food. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The size of the cost of the effect basically doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not going to get too in the weeds about card evaluation systems right now, but it all sounds reasonable. I really don't know what order my minor improvements are coming out in, because I like all of them. Clearly Clay Pipe's not coming out quite on time, because I'm just going to build a Hearth in one go. 4 Clay Hearth is dreamy for so many things here. But yeah, Clay Pipe might be never at this point, but early Hearth and possible breeding animals should be good. Teal not taking fishing is a bit crazy. Purple probably should take fishing, but most of them might ignore bottom feeding here. Purple might just take more wood and then be able to wood barter a room. That's possible. If that happens, I might myself just fish and watch what happens. Maybe not. I don't really want to fish. But I don't really want to do anything. If 3 wood gets taken, I guess I could pay a food for an Ock, but I kind of hate that because then I'm not fed for the next harvest, which is a thing. Well, unless I play Animal Teacher. I could pay a food to play Animal Teacher, and then when I hearth, I already have a sheep anyhow. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Oh, wow, single reed's getting taken, though. Okay, I will just take 3 wood. Oh, undoes. I mean, single read is not the action you should be taking at all. But apparently it's the action you're taking, so yeah. It's, again, your elo is showing, but that's okay. That's expected. That's how it goes. I'm just going to continue taking resources. Kulala is going to SP a cesspit. Or they're going to SP a dwelling plan. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Okay. I don't even know what that means. I don't know that I can know what that means. Is this another episode of questionable players doing questionable things? Schmog, it certainly is going to be for teal and purple. But red is actually a 500 rated player and is quite good. However, they just played Dwelling Plan, and I don't know where this is going now. It's not clear to me that it's wrong yet, to be clear. It's very possible red has something good. Clay supports? It could be first pick clay supports. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's first pick clay supports. It's it's been tricky, right? I've been watching them. Everything they did, I was like, ooh, this is a cesspit opening. And so I just have to reorient and reframe my mind now on what they're up to. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what this is. Also, everybody, it doesn't look like I'm necessarily going to get stables with my first room, because I might need to build first action this round, and then just second action hearth, but we'll see. Their game's about to get detonated by Teal taking 3 clay. Well, you are correct that that's what happened. Red just takes RSF. I have to assume Red has some sort of Ox support for this, or it is just clay supports and they need Reed. I don't know. Teal needs to fish. Yeah, Teal greeted the fish, but they get it. Purple probably also needs to take 4 food, and then I'll be offered 4 wood, and still nobody can build. Wait a sec. Wait 1 second. Is that accurate? Oh, 3. Teal can also build a fireplace, which is kind of annoying. Purple is going to try to build and find out this doesn't work. You don't have the resources to do this, buddy. You were saying that as this is a big risk more than that is about to happen. Fair enough. Purple, you can't actually build rooms. You made Reed, but you can't build. Yeah. You need to also take food. How are you going to feed? How are you going to feed when somebody takes 4 food? What's your plan? I really don't know what I'm doing here yet. I have to see what purple's actually doing, but everything is ridiculous and it's delightful or crazy. I don't know if it's it's yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening yet. I still haven't played any Ox, obviously, but you know, that's just not, that doesn't bother me. That's not an issue. Things are fine here. Realistically, I could take 4 wood into SP feed fence into build room and stables. I don't know if that's good, but we'll see. You wonder if people playing wood butter like brushwood collector affects the stats on it? Oh, for sure. You think that happens for Storehouse Keeper? Yeah. I think people, I agree. I think the stats for certain cards get messed up by people doing dumb things with them. I'm offered 4 wood, and it's just really hard for me to decline 4 wood actions. I can take 4 wood and then build. I am losing slight tempo on the hearth, and I kind of do need the hearth long term. Maybe I shouldn't get fancy here. Maybe I should just build hearth. God, going 4 wood though and just building room and stables and then taking the sheep anyhow? Screw it. I said I wanted to build stables while building anyhow. Let's just take the easy room parts and see what happens. Oh, lovely. Teal can't even get room parts easily. Purple would have to take another single read action, which, you know, hell, they might, but the annoying thing is Teal might go fireplace here, even though they really don't need to with Harpooner, but we'll see. Red taking 3 wood is actually very surprising also. That's a good point. I don't know what we're reacting to, but Red not playing any Ock or revealing anything is interesting though. I don't lose much sheep tempo. I don't lose much. The biggest issue is Teal can build fireplace here, and then they could take them, but because I'm building room and stables, I agree. I'm really not, like, losing much sheep tempo on a hearth here, as long as I build 2 stables with my room. Because I could just take the 3 sheep next round if I need to, and then get a fireplace later. So we'll see how it happens. I'm quite content with my start here. I'm ready to squat. I'm ready to hopefully get sheep. Everything's fine. Does Red not have cesspit? Apparently not, which is very surprising, Schmog. It makes me think their opening is less good. With that said, I don't entirely blame them for just plowing early. We saw no plow help in the draft, so I think it's a good read to just plow early. What's confusing is that Red played a dwelling plan, and admittedly, Red now has the resources to Redo again. So Red is just Redoing to stone? Yeah, what crazy stone house payoff? I agree, that might be it. Did the table just pass all the good cards? Mostly, Dr. Bois. I'm sitting after 2 100 level players. Both teal and purple clearly are not particularly good. Um, so yeah. You think we saw Manservant? We saw Manservant and Housebrook Master. Wow, Forest Owner's getting played. So the game is very wood rich, which I don't love that, but it does kind of work with Harpooner, but now growing is all the more important. Purple is SP'ing. I love this. What are they doing? Chicken coop? You can't build a room? Wait a sec. Nobody can build a room yet. I will build a hearth and build next round. It's a crazy Stonehouse payoff where they want to get 4 clay and get clay on hollow. Yeah, that could be. Anyhow, this game continues to be dreamy. Because, yeah, nobody's building on me. Okay, yeah. I will just build a room and stables and have first hearth and the first sheep grab and hopefully just the first growth. And forest owners in the game, so there's shit tons of wood. I have wood injection also, so I guess reed injection is now actually really key. But also, like, if I just build and grow first, I should win this game by just sheer efficiency over weak opponents doing dubious things. And red is the only other good player, and they still look like they're nowhere near a room. So, yeah. This game's streamy because we're not counting on things, yeah. Didn't. Teal can buy a resource. Should buy a wood. Oh, did we cube cut, by the way? Oh my god, did we cube cut on the harvest? Did we cube cut? We bought a wood with value assets. Oh no, we didn't cube cut? Oh no. Reno flips, so that's a thing though. Purple has room parts suddenly. Oh no, it looks like I need to build. Oop. And give me some stables for those sheep. I would like to shepherd those sheep to safety on my farm. Yes, yes I would. Okay. You missed how Red renovated? They SP'd a dwelling plan to reno. Didn't somebody say something about how good I feel in stage 2 being inversely proportional how the game's going? Yeah, I think that is a theory. Supply boat on the reno. It is early reno strat, early stone house. We passed Manservant. We passed Housebrook Master. Housebook Master already got played, so this is just Manservant, and then we're going to build stone rooms, and we have a first pick plow driver? No, that makes no sense because we already plowed early. We have a first pick scholar? I don't know. I don't know what this is. This was about to be a disaster. I mean, to be clear, it could still be like late growth, and purple could just like slam the sheep here and make me starve or some nonsense. But it appears to not be happening, so. For the record, I am going to take sheep here, partly because I might need to SP next round, partly because I don't trust these players not to sheep sweep at a certain point. How much stone does Excursion give? Number of family? Ooh, yeah, first pick Groom. No, I passed Groom also, now that you say that, I think. So they have a Groom in that hand also, likely. But they probably did keep Excursion to the Quarry, but it's based on your family size, so it's only 2 stone. So red is still going to have some issue generating stone. Unless red has like a first pick. Maybe red has a. Wait, red has a first pick supply boat, don't they? I don't think I saw supply boat. Oof, 2 clay gets taken. Oh, the clay pressure is so sad, and yet I don't care. Give me these sheep. Thank you. Please let growth flip. If this is late growth, I'm going to be so sad because I'm just like so. I'm probably winning regardless, but if it's at least round 6 growth, I'm still doing very well because I have so many uses for actions and building more shit. I'm going to be very sad if it turns out to be late growth. But are we getting another Freemason game? Maybe. You went for the early trowel manservant strats in one of your turn-based games. It is fun. I think it's definitely fun, but it's just usually not good. Like, red has to be Akin here, right? This has got to be Manservant or something, but you also had Collector Confidant Carrot Museum, so it's not that hand getting stone room part. Yeah. See, That sounds a little bit more like Collector being a card that allows you to enable like almost anything, rather than the inherent strength of early Reno. But anyhow, Rubenstock absolutely dunked on you this morning with Scholar Lord of the Manor nonsense. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. You just turned in Chris Ho. Welcome. We're doing a classic sit behind weak players, just take big resource stacks, get the first hearth, get the first sheep grab, get the first room in round 5. Just do classic good stuff while everybody else does weird things. That's what you've tuned into. Did Ren just Reno the Reno plan passing miner? No, it is first pick Scholar. Okay, so Manservant comes down next round, and then Groom comes down the round after. How they're planning to build rooms, I'm not sure. Excursion of the Quarry's got to be involved, but how did he get to Stone already? He played the Dwelling Plan card that lets you Reno on SP in like round 3, and then he just renovated to Stone because Reno flipped. You feel like the 4th pick Animal Teacher and having the only room's good indication? Yeah. First pick Scholar is such a choice. I mean, sometimes Scholar is the correct pick. With that said, hard lining this early Reno plan and getting rewarded with round 5 Reno and probably still losing is a good indication to how good this plan is. You're not that high on Animal Teacher, but it's pretty good after you see a Reeve. I agree that I'm actually not super high on Animal Teacher, but it's pretty good. Also, I have to say, Animal Teacher is a lot better when you already have strong cards to play in the mid-game. The annoying thing about Animal Teacher is merely, like, it forces you to have weird Ock tempo on other cards you'd like to play. But in this case, I don't have weird, awkward tempo on other cards I want to play. Yeah. Also, while I would like to play the Lumber Mill before I play the Butter Churn just to save a wood, the game is wildly wood-rich with Forest Owner, with the Wood Expert Wood Barter, with the Wood Carrier. I'm just going to play the Butter Churn and start getting the food rolling slightly faster, and not get too worried about trying to eke out Lumber Mill early. Animal Teacher doesn't work with Scholar, correct. Lumber Mill's monstrous. It could be very strong, Chris Ho, but I really don't think I need to play it, actually. I'll play it later, but you think if you're going this line, you first pick the Animal Teacher and wheel the Scholar? No, yeah, again, Dr. Ball, it doesn't combo, so kind of wild. It's got 11 wood without using either of my wood injecting Ox. There's just so much wood in this game. That's half the reason you don't like it. Yeah, it's only the space, exactly. You can't combo Emerald. Teal is renovating? Teal is SP and renovating Dwelling Plan, and even though we've played a we injected 1 million wood into the game. Okay, so clay is actually stupidly tight this game, but wood is wildly available. Wildly available. The other half is a glorified patron that you put more work into is not great. Yes. Why don't you get these games? I don't know. Can we fence 30? I wish. With that said, we are going to spam RSF here because I literally don't care about leaving 6 wood. And I want more stone, I want more food, and I definitely want more reed. I don't care about anything else right now. Building and growing even faster is my new plan. Even though teal is likely building, forcing purple to grow, who's growing in round 9? Is it Kulala? I don't think so. Is it purple? Not under my watch. I'm growing in round 9. Has this turned into a 5-room game? Possibly. I don't know that the 5th family member is going to matter too much. Growing in round 9 is still worth fighting for here, just because of all the things we can do. But, like, trying to build and grow in round 10 and 11 starts to become pretty dubious because I'd really like to start focusing on farming and making sure I hit Animal Reeve and Constable. Like, I have so many other things to be doing. You're pretty certain it's a 5-room game? It could be. I'm less certain. 4 rooms, definitely. Yeah, we have an Animal Reeve in our hand, if you've missed that, and a Constable. I agree. I think it's very unlikely to be a 5-room game. I think fighting for 1 more growth, very correct. But the 5th clay is also impossible, and I think that's not true, Civ, because of, we have a clay on Grocer, so we could get 4 clay. But I agree the clay for Reno is very annoying, but there is a clay on Grocer, exactly. You're saying that without even looking at my hand, so ignore you? No, I'm not going to ignore you. But yeah, given that we have Animal Reeve, I think we should be spending stage 4 trying to get more breeding room, get our animals breeding, just get our food rolling on easy, try to hit a constable that we want to play, try to hit a pig owner that we want to play. We have so much ceiling and farming. The only reason that I want a fourth family member is because I have so many ox that are worth playing, which require a bunch of actions. And even if the board becomes kind of dead, I have very good ox to play. Red is never going to touch the ox base. These players probably touch ox because they're dumb. They also are going to stable it like absolute idiots because you can. But the over-under on this should be 60. I think that's... I'm going to say the over-under should be like 57. It's round 6 growth. I have a lot going on, but 60 is still a lot. But we'll see. Ready desk also eases Ock pressure. Purple's going to need Ock less. I think I'm just slamming RSF. More Reedstone, right? Just more Reedstone. 4 clay could be hard to get, but I don't need it. I just want room parts. Like, the faster we get me to building the next room, the better. I should be building room next round. Oh my god, red is taking 3 food, killing teal. Just killing teal's game. Just killing teal's game. Oh my god. Teal might literally rage quit, I'm not sure. My stream is a bit behind, so you saw Gonzo saw that. Was like, but why? Did not expect those stables. Yeah, those stables are an option. If they fence a big cross in the middle of those stables, you'll never run for anyone else ever again. Yeah, well, we're going to see how dedicated Teal is to playing. Is Teal a quitter? I don't know, but this is, like, to be clear, this is a spot you quit in if you're ever a quitter. It doesn't appear that Teal isn't necessarily a quitter, but that was a very harsh block. They've only played Agricola 26 times. Like, they're very new. They very well might have never been blocked like this before. We'll see how they react to it. They haven't said anything in chat, but Teal just got savaged, so if they're a quitter, we're about to find out. Yeah. I like, it's we'll see. But yeah, they learned a very important Agricola lesson there. You can't stick your neck out that hard. You didn't even have to build first action is also another key thing to realize here. Like, you're never getting grow. You don't have the food to grow anyhow. You don't need to build first action here. You had to fish is what you had to do. Somebody played a card that messes with your fishing space, which also, by the way, how unfortunate for Teal to pick a harpooner stupidly highly and then run into somebody that first picked supply boat, I believe. Like, that does kind of suck, but kudos to Teal. They're playing on for now, at least. Purple is getting closer to room parts. We have to worry about that. I am going to claim I can SP into 6 wood next round, though. Is Koala really going to police the wood stack? I'm going to predict not. If Koala does police the wood stack, does that ruin my room tempo? I still just SP for 4 wood? Yes. And I'm allowed to Ock here because I currently am getting a food. I eat a sheep, and play an animal teacher for free just gives me 2 more food. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Alright, we are now fed for the harvest. We should really think about generating more food, but, you know, future us problems. Actually, it's possible I should just play Forest Stone next round. Continue to ignore Lumber Mill, play Forest Stone on SP here, now that I have an Ock. Just to get trickles of food coming from that. Oh, wow, we are going to get blocked from SP 6 wood. That's sad. Not eating a cow? Oh, whatever. I didn't want to buy a cow there. I want 3 sheep because of butter churn. Butter churn's giving me a food, and so like putting a cow on my farm isn't very exciting. And I want to be breeding sheep because breeding is definitely correct here. I don't have time to. I don't want to go for cows right now. I every trickle of food we can generate, alternative ways is absolutely worth it here. If I could play feed fence, I would, but I can't play feed fence here because then I might get blocked for the next room. I really want to build room in round 8. So, we can't do anything to mess that up. Isn't it a food loss to grab a cow? No, it's not. With a heart, it's equivalent. I'll hover over it in a sec. I'm just making sure that I'm not messing this up, because this would be a sad sequence to mess up. But I have enough food. I'm gonna get 4 wood. I can't get blocked on room next room build. Okay. It's -1 food from the churn. Yes, yes. So that's exactly why I said I wasn't doing it, to be clear. We already have 3 sheep, but yeah. So what they're asking is like, why didn't I just buy a cow and eat a cow? It's pure style points. But yes, I'm explaining why I didn't keep a cow on my farm is because I want to breed sheep and because I definitely want to leverage this butter churn food. Generating 3 food a harvest right now is pretty powerful when other people are taking bottom feeding actions to get through. Like red, or actually purple, probably is just slamming 3 sheep next round. Uh, but yeah, the passive food that I'm generating right now between forest stone, butter churn, a little bit of food when I ock is very important to continuing to like fuel our game very efficiently. This is where Teal realizes they're quitting? I don't think so. Oh wait, they are literally offline, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, it might be this might be where Teal has quit. Yeah, it appears Teal's a quitter. Well, that is a shame because this game was going dumb, really dumb, and would have been interesting. But this game's also like kind of over. But yeah, it's sad because this should just be a free win for me from here. But internet issues, maybe, possibly. Punching a low elo player so hard is rough. Again, this is how you learn. But yeah, it's possible it's internet issues, but unlikely. This game's very over. I agree. Um, I agree that I have this game so won. There's just like nobody that's stopping me from here. Like, if purple was a stronger opponent, I would maybe be afraid of their game still being able to be competitive with mine. But I don't think purple's, strong enough. Red is a strong player, but I see no, like, I don't see how they're ever building a room. I don't know what their game plan is, but it doesn't appear to be winning. Teal still has to go for it due to style. Yeah, I mean, to their credit, nobody's kicking Teal. Red is clouding. Yeah, I mean, Red knows what they're doing, right? Red knew they were being experimental and probably were going to get beat. In their defense, they were probably... Okay, somebody's trying to kick them now, which I don't really blame them. I could try to turn this game to turn-based, but it's like... Who cares at this point? Like, I'm not going to try to turn this one to turn-based. If they have Plow Driver, it makes sense. They don't. You were ready to grant them 25 bonus points. I don't think that was going to be enough, Gonzo. Unfortunately. Yeah, Red kicked him out, but that's fine. All right, well, I'm quitting. I'm not playing this out, but only way I didn't win this game was this. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. This game was so over. I am sad that we didn't get to execute it, because, yeah, it was going to be pretty dumb. We were going to build... We were going to open 4 wood. We were going to build... I was going to then take some more food actions... Possibly try to get cows breeding. I don't really know if that would have worked, though, because it cost a lot of food to get it going. But I would have been able to start playing a handful more ox. Would have been interesting. Like, I don't know. I had a lot going, obviously. Breeding sheep, like, growing first, breeding sheep in the stage 2 harvest with a butter churn. Having the stuff we had was really nice, but oh well. Gonzo's theory was correct. Yeah. You'd have allowed them to fit 16 and a plus for the pastures, yeah. It is sad, though, when, yeah, when I'm supposed to be getting my free win. But I will say the only mild thing in their defense is it is super frustrating to play from that position. And when you're a new player, like, they're pretty new to Agricola. That was probably the most harsh block they've ever seen. What happened? You just tuned in about 3 minutes ago. This player is very new. They were running Harpooner, and somebody took 3 food fishing and forced them to take a beggar. But yeah, basically Teal stuck their neck out, and they got destroyed. And they're just not a good enough player to have realized it was a possibility. They didn't even have to build first action is the saddest thing. Playing another one or done? I probably will play another one, actually. I guess I should just enter the queue. I'm just sad because, like, I kind of was really excited about playing a pretty chill, easy game without having to think too hard. And now I'm gonna pop back in the queue and possibly wind up at another like all expert table like yesterday and have a slightly miserable fourth player, like everything bad. That game was so handy. It was everything I wanted. I was first seat. I got great cards. I was sitting after weak opponents. It was kind of what I was looking for. But it's okay. If we get a strong table and we still have strong things to do, that'll be good too. I just don't want another. I don't want another game like yesterday's stream where it's just like it's such a struggle to do anything. That's what I would like to avoid, but we'll see what happens. You think everybody who learns how to play Agricola should just learn that the only goal for them is just be fed? Yeah, it's fine. Crushing new is my favorite pastime. I look, every once in a while it's nice just to get a good, simple, clean game in. Not that I haven't had some of those, but again, I've just been on a slightly down streak over the last 2 weeks of streaming or so. Like it's not been that bad at all, but okay, there was a streak of wins here to be fair, but then there was a lot of streaks of hard seconds and thirds. So I'm probably overstating what I've been dealing with anyhow too. It's not been that bad, but I don't remember a hand I was as excited about as that recent one, though. Holy crap, the strength of that hand. But yeah, it's partly because I'm just playing weak opponents and got cards I shouldn't have. But, yeah, alright. We first picked Scholar and... We first picked... Whoa. Okay, wait a sec. We first picked Scholar and we first picked Supply Boat. And we passed Moldboard Plow, we passed Wood Barterer, we passed Forest Trader. Also, we played Harpooner instead of Forest Trader. I mean, I'm super happy about getting Animal Teacher after getting Animal Reeve, but holy crap, this pack. We first picked Scholar? Why? What a crazy decision. That actually works out quasi-okay just because the game actually has some Stonehouse cards, but holy crap, the other cards. I mean, I guess if you knew you were going to find Manservant and Groom, first picking Scholar makes a modicum of sense, but wowzers. Harpooner says get food, but Forest Trader says lose food. I suppose. In before a 4th seed against the Zac and VW and Lumen on an alt. Yeah. You think I like playing at those tables more than playing against... I technically do, to be fair. I really do prefer to play against good opponents than total noobs. To be fair, like that last game, if the seats were just changed and Koala was like playing a normal game and just popped out a million incredible cards, I'd be pretty frustrated, so... Red's a genius when they first picked the exact things that would make Teal quit and bail them out on their second or third place. Oh, funny. But yeah, this is an insane draft. Like, how do you pick these cards out of that pack? That's crazy to me. No wonder I want to put the strongest hand at the table. Like, we were just shipping crazy cards around the table every which way. They could have the Task Artisan, Wood Barter, Chicken Coop, Moldboard, Plowhand. You like that way more than what they had? Well, yes, I do too. Trust me, I do too. We first picked Harpooner out of this pack. Oh my god, the Harpooner had a canoe? Whoa, wait a second. The Harpooner had a canoe and it didn't even... And a drift net boat? Wait a second. Whoa. Harpooner drift net boat is also, like, actually good? And they took Forest Trader. What happened? It looks like we just hit a table. But did they get Driftnet Boat back? I don't even remember if Driftnet Boat came back. But, like, this hand actually sort of comes together if you get a Driftnet Boat. You have to actually take fishing, though, remember. You can't just leave fishing, sit vacant forever. Okay, Driftnet Boat did not come back. Storks came back. Okay. Wow, yeah, so that was also kind of unfortunate. Both Supply Boat and Driftnet Boat wound up getting de-drafted from them, essentially, but... Alright, we do wind up against Civ, because of course, but seeding order is at least favorable to us. We're second. Playmaker is also stupidly strong, though, and Gartix is also very good. So we are at a very strong table. However, we're at least okay-ish. We do get a Wood Barterer, so that's at least something. We also do get Throwing Axe, Foreign Aid, Clay Supply. I don't really like committing to Foreign Aid instantly. That's really not my style. Stockman coming back would be nice, but honestly, this pack is absolute shit after Wood Barterer. I mean, Stockman's okay, but the other cards are just garbage. I guess Schnapps Distiller is something we should remember. It's okay. Cowherd can be okay if you get a big family to generate food. I like clay supply quite a bit. I also do not dislike throwing axe as some decent food in the mid game. And acorns means that cow or pigs are ever so slightly more likely to build up. But I kind of hate first picking throwing axe because I don't really know what the rest of my cards are going to be. Well, clay supply is so flexible. I just saw Red take Driftnet. Yeah, I think so. This is a great first pack to see because everybody else gets garbage. Yes, that is the main reason. I get a great card and everybody else gets nothing. I mean, Stockman can be something to be fair, but you never hate a first pick clay supply. I think so too. This is awesome at a table like this. Yeah, I get the only good card. Everybody else has to just deal with the dregs. I think so too. I am going to just take the clay supply. I think it's the most flexible. Just always is going to do something and can be played with no other cards, no worry. Throwing axe being played after a weird round is a big penalty. I hate forestry studies. Debt security can be okay. Foreign aid can be okay on the wheel. There's a cowherd. There's a schnapps distiller. There's a stockman we should all care about. All right, I'm going to hit confirm and then I need to pee. I'll be right back. All right, test. All right. Siv's so strong. Yeah, I've been playing a lot with him, and he's just always in it, no matter what. Yeah, he's very good. Axe would be nice on the wheel, sure. Wood cart. Wait, what? There's a wood cart. Oh, there's a wood cart. And a roof baluster, huh? And a forest reviewer. Wait a sec. Okay, wow. Pass wood cart to whoever takes throwing ask. It's just good manners. No, I will take the wood cart. I will take the wood cart. I mean, Nest Site's kind of cute, but yeah, wood carts. Yeah, give me a wood cart. Give me a forest reviewer. I'm gonna build 5 wood rooms. I mean, roof baluster is really nice, but forest reviewer is so much read, and it ties this whole thing together. I want to play both these cards early. I need early cards to make wood cart work. It's yeah, this is a good start. Domestician expert I kind of like in order to hold sheep in my house. Excursion of the quarry is essentially just a roof baluster in minor form, so that solves that issue. I hate shovel bearer unless it has a combo. Stone carver for food is not terrible here actually with excursion of the quarry. Although I don't really want to take RSF with forest reviewers that bad. But I really need food to make this hand work. You don't think Baluster is nearly as good? I think that's true, but Forest Reviewer is great to see. Yeah. Okay, I like Domestician to have room to breed sheep. I kind of like Stone Carver for food injection, but yeah, this stone is awkward, and I would like to use stone on BMW. Yeah, I think Domestician's solid here too. We don't want any RSF. Yeah, we really don't. So, and I need a third Ock to make Woodcart work. Although the third Ock being Stone Carver is fine, but yeah, we're really just looking for food help at this point. Plow help too if I actually get the foreign aid back. Although foreign aid back means my food is a bit solved, but if we're taking RSF, it's likely for the BMW. Yes, agreed. I am hoping that somebody's actually going to open RSF for once and I get free Ock in seat 2, but I'm probably just going to have to pay for expensive Ock in this hand. I might be day laboring in round 1 actually, but you feel like I'm potentially not taking stone until round 8 or 9. It's definitely possible, Gonzo, I agree. Although, again, it's a little awkward, because if I have Stone Carver, then I'm going to lean into using it. But yeah, like, is there enough Stone Injection that makes any sense? Meh. Which, by the way, we're getting a shit miner back from this hand. Although, actually, Basket, wait a sec. Getting Basket back last is hilariously pretty legit here. Basket is actually totally fine. It hilariously combos with Forest Reviewer pretty good because you just leave wood on the spaces you want other people to take. And with Woodcart, it's totally fine. Also, Equipper. Equipper is actually stupidly good here, too. Tree Inspector, we don't need the private wood spot, but it is kind of hilarious also. But nope, give me that. Give me that. Basket is really actually quite strong. The basket's actually very helpful. It's possible stone's a little tight. Maybe, but there's also an excursion to the quarry and a roof baluster. I don't think stone's actually that tight, but stone could be tight until right at the end, I guess. The end game, I think it'll be fine. Calcium fertilizers is always kind of cute, but I don't really think this game is doing anything with crops or fields. In fact, I have no crop support, so supply boat seems good. It's a point. I currently don't have much ceiling besides just build big house, which is like not that strong actually. So, but I do think Equipper is great here. Although, supply boat portmonger. Wait a sec. Since we have food issues, maybe social benefits. Social benefits could work here. However, the main problem with social benefits is that one of the real strengths of social benefits is it gets you wood. And do I need wood? No. Oh, you're half joking. See, Gray actually argues that social benefits is a lot stronger than people grant, and I agree. I think social benefits is actually very good. I think a lot of times you're in positions where you basically have to pay a food for a wood and a clay, or two food for a wood and a clay, and that's often a deal you can be pretty happy about. However, in this game, I don't want to pay for wood, and paying for clay is nutty. I don't need to do that. But do I actually need this equipper, or am I willing to SP a bunch? This equipper is fun because it makes the wood cart a little faster, which is a reason that I do like it a lot. However, Portmonger or Supply Boat is actually kind of cute to generate crops in the late game. I don't think it's good enough though, right? Oh, God, I don't know. It's probably better just to have a Quipper. It's probably better just to have a Quipper. The Foreign does come back, which is nice. The throwing axe is gone, but I am taking Foreign at this point. I have help on Reno tempo. I have help on fence tempo. The biggest issue with Foreign is not being able to plow so, but hopefully we can just get plow actions. I did forget Angler was coming. Angler, the fact Angler was coming, actually I should have kept the Portmonger, son of a bitch. Angler is a Quipper for that combo. Not that it's at all good enough still, probably, but it would have been interesting. This isn't the worst Riparian hand, because I don't ever want to take Reed Bank, and I do want to build multiple times, except wait, it doesn't work. Whoa, let's slow down, wait a sec. No, Riparian is bad, right? Yeah, it does not give you a build rooms action. Yep, never mind. I'm not interested. I take Schnapps Distiller then? The rarest of fishing combos. Yeah, it was actually fine here. Taking Portmonger then Wheeling Angler was probably fine. Although you're still playing two crummy Ox in order to get that effect. No, never mind. Let's knock it. I am going to take Schnapps Distiller. I don't think I'm feeding via Schnapps Distiller, but our long-term food is still definitely not figured out. And having Schnapps Distiller as a, hey, play Schnapps Distiller, manually take some veg, could could be a necessary out. I'm still really hoping for Basket. Basket is like legitimately still part of how I want to feed though. Hod looks quite nice here. Passively generated clay for our Reno is incredibly good. Wage is fine. It's a bit of food, but like Hod actually good. Oh, also Conservator. Wait a sec. We just got a Conservator. Never mind. We skipped the whole clay Reno thing because clay sucks. I don't need Bricklayer. Building Tycoon also kind of okay here. Although, wait, again, doesn't work with Wood Barter. Although, how much do I need Wood Barter when I have a freaking wood cart? I don't know. Conservator Manservant might both be coming. I mean, that could be a hilarious option for us. Try to just build a 5-room house stupidly fast and renovate it. That'd be cute, but Conservator is stupidly helpful here. This hand is great at Big House, and then we just have to figure out the rest. I still kind of like Hod. Getting a bunch of clay, we could like build a pottery for a bit of food. We want some clay eventually for a hearth. Although I have clay supply. Maybe this is just wage for a little bit of sneaky food again. Huh. You started like building tycoon? Yeah, it definitely has uses. Definitely has uses. Hod also has uses. It's a lot of clay. I mean, we're taking Hod as basically saying like we want a pottery, but I think I would rather try to get a little bit more help on sealing than just a little bit of food. But it could be a little bit of food was the answer. But basket came around. Wow, and manservant and stone carver came back. Okay. You think either's defensible? Yeah. Basket is clearly the pick. Basket is actually everything we need here. This is fine. Exchanging our extra wood for food is totally fine. It allows us to spam the 2 wood space with to activate Forest Reviewer is gonna go absolutely nutty this game. Like, life is good, very good. I don't think I need Stone Carver then, actually. So yeah, Manservant could wind up being food for us. Like, even if this is like a 9 food Manservant, that's pretty good. We probably played neither of these. We're definitely not playing Stone Carver anymore because of Basket. But Manservant could get played for like 9 food this game. This draft has a great game plan. Do you agree ceiling's priority? Mainly the reason we care about ceiling is because our floor is not very good, right? We don't have a clear answer for okay, retail dealers getting played, that's fine. I do just need to Ock. I have strong desire to play my Ox early, particularly Forest Reviewer. It's so much read. Passing it on free RSF is always hurts me. I hate playing expensive Ock over taking RSF, but it's one of those situations. It's correct. I'm probably just day laboring next action. Actually, no, that makes no sense. Why am I day laboring? I'm basketing early. Who am I kidding? I'm going to equip a basket, and then I'm going to start basketing shit. Also, immediately after each time you use this space, I can play a miner. I play basket. Immediately after I use, it's the same timing. Oh, hilarious. We can equip a basket and insta-use it. Sign me up. Which Oct did I play? I played Forest Reviewer. It gives me a read when somebody else does that. Okay. Well, that's fine too. I just SP basket? I'm about to play Equipper. Why am I SP in a basket? All I really want is Ock next round. So the only reason to SP is to guarantee Ock, which, like, not terrible plan, but the guy in front of me is always taking RSF over Ock, so it has to go SP Ock Ock, which, like, it could. But this could actually be the time to just plow? Yeah, day labor and plow both seem fine. Day labor, I think, is actually unnecessary. 2 clay seems okay. I think 2 clay is actually a mistake. And the reason 2 clay is a mistake is because I just don't need an early fireplace. Basket is actually legitimately how we're going to feed early, along with foreign aid. I don't want to spend actions on clay and early fireplace, especially when I don't know when sheep are flipping. But basically, I have no desire in this hand to spend early actions on on clay, fireplace, sheep as actions. Those are 3 early actions that can be spent on accelerating our actual game plan. It maybe is supposed to be food here, though, because food accelerates our game plan, whereas this plow is just claiming that we can be greedy. But feeding engine basket, yeah. Day labor is only something if we get blocked on Ock and have basket tempo issues. Yes. I agree. I think the day labor is also unnecessary because we're willing to basket. With this said, this basket is definitely injecting wood to everybody else. So, like, I'm using my advantage of the wood cart to give everybody else extra resources. Is that a good trade? Dubious. Very dubious. However, I don't plan to basket stupidly aggressively all game. I just plan to do it early to get good tempo. And then I don't want to do it. I don't want to give my opponents too much wood too easily. So I don't want to super use it too much. But I definitely want to play Equipper and get basket going. And then I want to play Wood Barter and get Woodcart going. Once all of that is set up, we just want to feed a little. We want to build room. Other people might beat us to room, given that we're handing them more resources. That could also be a little bit of an issue. I kind of want to squat for first growth. If this game is late growth, I also have a little bit of an issue. So I feel like this is the game where you might have played a tree guard. Yeah, this is actually a game I would have considered tree guarding. Extra stone early would be very nice. I have no way to really get stone, and the person in front of me is going to be taking a bunch of RSF, which is totally fair and fine. But yeah, it's gonna be funky. This game could go very well, but also like yeah, the more I think about it, like it could be late growth, and we could wind up not growing first, and that would be a bit of an issue. We still have a lot of efficiency in a lot of ways, but 4 and 8 late growth, even 5-room stone house, as efficient as it is with conservator and excursion to the quarry stuff, it could be a little ugly. We might not have to play the 4 and 8. I probably will just play the 4 and 8 because I see very few reasons not to, but you're liking the stage 1 morose. Oh, it's fine. Get stone, get grain, leave a million wood on every space, and claim opponents can't use it all. Yeah, alright. Purple's starting, that's fine. Again, even if purple goes grain sieve, what? This card's not good, right? If you harvest at least 2 grain, you get another grain? Sure, okay, good luck. Do you have a field watchman, actually? Like, we're SPing into field watchman? I don't know. I'm assuming that this is RSF always. I have to assume it's RSF, which means I at least get expensive Ock, which is all I want. It is SP into Ock. Is it Field Watchman, or did we just throw a wood away to Grain Sieve? We're playing the Portmonger. Okay. Yeah, that's fine by me. I don't know what that means, but Civ is disappointed I didn't have that one. Oh yeah, I don't think the Portmonger challenge was alive. I don't think the Portmonger challenge continued. Right, Gonzo? It's not like I don't think the Portmonger challenge existed in Infinity. I really do want 2 wood as my next action. I would like Grove because it gives me a read, but you don't remember a single grain payoff? I agree, we didn't see it, but is there an easy way to get the text of the cards in play? That's an interesting question. First off, welcome. Yeah, we're playing BGA Agricola. Wow, it is 2 wood and not using Portmonger. If we get blocked from 2 wood, that's actually really sad, but why do they not want 2 read? Why do they want 2 wood over 2 read? Wait a sec, everybody. What's happening here? Easiest is to observe the game on BGA. Yes, that's a good call. Otherwise, there's not a particularly easy way to get the card text, actually. Will I get banned if you post a link? No, that's not me. Wow, they're really taking 2 wood over 2 read. Why are they taking 2 wood over 2 read? They're a good player, right? What in tarnation is this? They played Portmonger just because they're going to use Portmonger for read? Wow, and this is Plow over 2 read. I mean, whatever. I get what I want. I definitely want this. I would love to equip this basket because I'm a maniac. And I would like some food, please. Oh no, it won't let me do it instantly? I guess they both say immediately after? I don't know, fair enough. Alright, not a huge issue, but sad. Do I play with banned cards? No. No. Banned cards are banned for a reason. Nice idea, Gonzo. Yeah, going into the game's good. There's a plugin for Twitch and development not approved. Yes, in the future, hopefully you'll be able to just click cards and everything will be beautiful. But Civ wisely just takes the 2 read that everybody else was like, no, I'm too good for that. Playmaker has a Portmonger that they're presumably using for read. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. The main thing I'm not confused about is that I definitely don't actually have tempo on room parts here, so that's a sad day. Yeah, the band card, I agree, whatever, I'm not touching. Anyhow, some are too good. The band list is mess, or it's a whole variation of things. Yeah. Also, greatest retail dealer ever because I don't want RSF, and for some reason, purple also was like RSF is for chumps. So, congrats on a great retail dealer. I'm just gonna awk and claim it works out. Hell yeah, I am. Boom, more wood, more basket. I don't know. Anyhow, the problem is Civ gets 3 wood here and just has first room parts. Yeah, congrats, Civ. That was easy. Civ having the first room is not really the dream, but you know, I've done what I've done. How is Woodcart gonna work with Equipper? Each time I use wood, I get 2 additional wood. Yeah, I don't know the timing on this one either. We're gonna see if somehow I can equip a woodcart and then use a woodcart. I'm assuming not, but which I will admit, equipping a woodcart here is a little bit troubling because then I can't basket. Woodcart you think happens before you use? Yeah, that's how it should work, I think. So we're in slight trouble actually. Also, wait a sec. Red builds a hearth after playing port. What are you doing, purple? You didn't take Reed. You played Portmonger. You fight for the early hearth. Just what are you doing? I'm baffled. Grain Civ into Portmonger into Clay into Hearth is a sequence that does not compute. Let the counterwall inflow through me? Well, it's kind of annoying because red is getting all the RSFs they want. Red also apparently has a cesspit, although why would you not plow in round 1? You're just plowing because you get early grain fields. Okay, actually, yeah, red's just going to make early grain fields because why wouldn't you now? It's incredible. Alright, well, I hit my space. And, yeah, see, if I basket, I can't woodcart. But if I do this, I have to take bottom feeding. That's slightly sad, but whatever. I have a round 3 woodcart. I can't be too sad. I no longer have room parts, so there is that issue, but it's possible I'm equipping Foreign Aid next round. It's very possible I'm equipping Foreign Aid next round, actually. Foreign Aid equip is cute? Yeah. Taking wood next round so I can equip Foreign Aid and then actually build a room is nice. I mean, Civ's always building next round, though, actually, right? Any wood space gives me the room parts? Yeah. Maybe we can just wood and wood. That's pretty good. Yeah, I agree. It's very possible that we just do that instead. What really concerns me at this point is where I follow the room queue, though. I think it's kind of real. I don't know how big of an issue I guess it is for me to fall behind the queue. I don't really mind triple building. I don't really need the wood barter wood that much. So yeah, maybe I should just be spamming wood action spaces from now on and just be happy with triple building and just claim I have enough efficiency with crazy wood grabs. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't love that Civ is just getting the first room, but I let that happen. Red is probably just getting 3 wood next round, although hell if I actually know what purple's doing. I certainly don't know what purple's doing. Yeah. We also have to decide if we're willing to take 1 beggar to build the first room, because it's possible Civ will dare us to take a beggar and build. And I probably would accept. I'm not sure. We'll see. This is a fun start. Forest Reviewer is stupidly strong. We have so much wood with Woodcart down already. And Basket is still actually legitimately cute. But we will run out of miners stupidly fast, which means I don't really want to start player very much, which is kind of an issue. I guess I'm very willing to stable block. Civ is like super confused at what to do here, which is fun. Civ is playing no cards, did get Fireplace blocked, Probably doesn't want to Ock here because it forces him into a food action, but probably doesn't want a food action himself. Yeah, it settles for 3 clay. Fascinating. Okay. Civ in a tight spot is a thing we like, though. Purple opens fishing. Yeah, okay, this is absurd from Purple. Just take food last round. Why are you building a hearth and taking fishing and not contesting any room parts whatsoever? Red, you've got to assume wants to sow, but also you got to assume wants 3 wood here. Although could just take another RSF grain. I don't know. It's Purple's annoying me, but the big problem with Equipper is not having SPs. Yeah, I agree. I don't really love Equipper. I mostly used Equipper just to accelerate. Equipper accelerated our ability to get Woodcart down. That was what it did for us. I am going to decline playing Foreign Aid here. If I somehow get offered a build action from this position, cool. But I don't believe I'm getting offered a build action from this position. So I'm going to just decline equipping anything. Red has to take wood there. They should, but I don't know. You think with intent to take so many equip actions and playing in a big house, we probably have to be ready to SP Nada a couple times. I agree. We're probably going to have to, and that's fine. Civ building the first room is unfortunate. I might be SPing to build the next room. Ugh, God, that sounds kind of gross too. I might just have to accept that I'm not going to be in the growth queue. The 3 clay makes sense for Reno Fireplace. Maybe SP Nada hurts a lot less when your wood grabs are so efficient. Yes, I agree with that. Purple does just take all the bottom feeding. Okay. Red is going to sow. And then I'm just going to take wood and basket it again. Pretty sure. The annoying thing is red still has room parts in front of me. Purple is... I've argued, like, purple better have a crazy food payoff. Otherwise, taking clay and hearth last round looks insane to me. Like, yeah, you got to take 4 food in a reed and 4 food in a reed, which is cool. But there's so much reed injection in this game already. Like, what were you up to? I guess I'm leaving them for wood. Their game's going to be fine, ultimately. Whatever. There's so much reed, though. SP forward to build seems potentially worth my time, maybe, but I think I'm not supposed to. You think you guys, we're maybe supposed to, but I think I'm not on board that plan. I think I'm just falling into the growth queue, and it's probably literally falling into like last, but I think I'm gonna claim that's okay. Leaving big wood stacks for everybody is a little annoying, but Civ just gets another RSF here. It's definitely good. Building BMW is very good for somebody. It's probably what Civ is angling for, actually. You think I could get my 4th, 5th, and 6th grow, possibly? I agree it's possible that other people just don't want to build multiple rooms this game. Nobody's revealed anything that suggests they want to build a bunch. I mean, people have not really revealed hardly anything. Ox were not particularly desired thus far. Quarry flips, which kind of indicates it's not early growth, so I don't really care about much what's happening here. Red's presumably building. I'm just going to woodcart and not basket. Yeah, I'm just going to woodcart, not basket, take the 3 wood. Kind of a classic Civ stage 1. Oh, I think it's the right thing. Nobody's revealed anything, which is nice, though it might mean everybody's sitting on late game victory point. Yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see what happens with everybody else's picks later, but... I still don't really want to equip anything. I don't want to be revealing anything right now. I'm going to have so many opportunities to play miners later. I'm really just trying to get to triple build. I really just want to get to triple build. And Civ is going to fight for first growth. So like I'm just going to grow last, which was a concern, but I'm going to be okay with it. I'm just going to claim the efficiency of triple building, and then the efficiency of late game conservator Reno is fine. Foreign Aid should be fine. I should probably think about just plowing a bunch during these mid-game rounds because I'm not going to have an easy time plowing later. Sneaking time to get Domestician in play and trying to contest sheep is an okay thing. Not super important. Taking big resource grabs while everybody else fights for growth here is definitely something I want to do. We'll see how it goes. It's very weird. Buyer. Okay. Buyer is a decent reason to have a hearth, but why are you buying Reed this game? Why are you? Yeah, this is fascinating. Do I play Domestician here? I can take 3 sheep next round. Domestician's an okay action here. RSF is an interesting action. I could just take 3 Reed, but like I'm not getting BMW. Civ is just gonna build BMW, I think. Yeah, I think Civ's building BMW, so I could take 4 clay and angle for hearth or pottery or stuff. You would just plow here. Plow is also very reasonable. Fire is awkward. Yeah, Domestician conceivably buys me a build. Uh, Domestician is interesting because it forces Playmaker into a weird spot. Realistically, I think Playmaker doesn't take the sheep, and I think Playmaker will just buy a sheep off me. But maybe that's good for me. The board's going to be crazy next round. The problem is I don't really know if I want to take the sheep next round, but maybe I do. If I take the sheep next round, actually, I put the game in a slightly interesting food position. Not that interesting, because Red will feed off grain soon enough, and Civ's going to feed off BMW. Yeah, see, it doesn't really work. I would like to get 6 clay next round, but that probably doesn't happen. I think I want Domestician Expert, though. I think it's just a card I want available. Oh, but it cost me 2 food. Wait a sec. It cost me 2 food. Why am I forgetting that? I don't want to pay 2 food for a Domestician Expert. No, screw that. Screw that. No, abort, abort. I don't like that at all. Just get the plows out of the way. Plows and wood. Plows and wood are what matters. And giant resource piles. What's 6 clay for? Mostly pottery and maybe hearth. But you are kind of right that we don't really need clay either. You don't think Domestician should buy me a build, but Purple's been doing weird stuff? Yes, all of that's accurate. Civ takes Reed, and Buyer does not buy. Or no, it does buy. Okay, Buyer does buy. Yeah, I don't like that. It is late growth, so that's kind of annoying, but I think we can survive. The upside of late growth is nobody else should build more rooms. I should be able to get away with just triple build and probably get all the growths, because who is fighting back into the growth queue in a late growth game? Hopefully nobody is the answer, but we'll find out. But hopefully nobody seems pretty accurate. Like, who and why are they building more rooms with the cards we've seen? I'm just taking the wood. More wood, all the wood. Don't basket that one. Don't equip anything still. Yeah, I'm gonna go don't equip anything still. I would like to build a bunch of stables when I build, but if we want clay, surely 4 clay or equipping clay supply are good enough for a while. Yeah, I think you're right, Dr. Bois. Mostly 6 clay is just to deny it to the table, if it comes to that. This is Redo BMW, surely. Yeah, there's a great BMW for Civ. It's fine. We need enough Reed. Like, eventually I'm going to have extra Reed this game, but, like, whatever. My next plan is probably just basketing 2 wood or 1 wood. That's what I would like to do. As much as plowing more is good, I think just basketing. I don't really want to commit to foreign aid still. I could. It seems like I'm almost certainly playing foreign aid at some point this game, but I just don't really need to commit to it. I really want to just, yeah, hammer plows and wood while everybody else has to fight for growth. And yeah, just kind of fall behind here is fine. 3 stone next round's a nice action. Grocer. Okay, well, that slightly explains why they're going for all the food. However, now, what happens if I play Domestician now? Playing Grocer here is crazy instead of taking the sheep. That's clearly wrong. Basketing in this stage where nobody has the actions to take the wood I leave is reasonable. Yeah, that's my goal. It's definitely my goal. Gartix is going to go for Reno Stone Oven, which looks incredibly good for them, so kudos. Um, this is crazy. Purple needs to SP, so like the sheep are very much up for grabs. I could just fence 15 and dare them to figure out what's going on. That's true. You think Domestician just mean red grows and I have to play 4-8? Yeah. Fence 15 is actually hilariously tempting here, though. Do I get the sheep and I just, like, build rooms later? There's, like, no way I get 5 sheep because purple, like, super declared they need them, but also, like, falling out of the growth queue is crazy for them. It asked purple a crazy uncomfortable question, which makes it very tempting. Maybe just fence 7 is better. I hate fence 7. If I'm behind actions this game, I have to be super efficient in what I do. I mean, I guess I have wood barter, so fencing multiple times not that bad. And it does put me behind on building rooms, but God, building rooms is just like, I'll get to it. I really kind of do like just fence 15 and get it out of the, just be done with it. Be done with fences. I'll be able to build a room anyhow pretty rapidly. So I'm not going to totally fall into the growth queue. It might mean that I have to build multiple times, but that's not the worst thing in the world for me. I'm assuming purple will decide to take the sheep, which is awkward, but I can take wooden to build next round if the sheep get taken, and then this is buying me growth earlier. Like, if that's what they want to do, then let's rumble. Like, purple's supposed to take the sheep, and they didn't, so I don't know. Maybe this is being too spiteful, but we should fence 14. It's much better because we can SP to build with barter. We don't need to SP into build, though. Red is surely SPing. There's no way that red is going to skip SP. I'm not worried about red skipping SP. I guess you're technically right, Chris Ho. Like, we could stay open to that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm taking all my points. I'm not messing around. Purple's messing around. Purple has done very dubious actions and now gets asked very uncomfortable questions about when they're growing, if they want all these sheep. And they might just want all the sheep. They probably do just want all the sheep, but I also have all my fencing out of the way, and I'm okay with that. You'd hate to be in purple spot? I mean, purple did this to themselves by playing grocer instead of taking 4 sheep. Like, it's just not hard to foresee some of these things sometimes, but people, even 500s, I guess, have the wrong things. Wow, we get the sheep. Okay, I love this. One thing you love about this stream is when I see an opportunity to make somebody back up their line, you take it. I mean, if they're going to leave opportunities like I get 5 sheep, this is crazy. This is incredible. Like, in before red sweep, sheep sweeps. Oh, that would be hilarious. But no, red is gonna like take 4 wood or 3 stone and Reno. Probably they're just gonna do good things. But yeah, I get a pile of sheep and get paid a food for the privilege. Like, excellent, excellent. And then I should always get 2 wood back here. So like whatever. Red probably wants a Reno oven. Red definitely wants to Reno oven, but there's no Reno pressure. So red has a free action here. So does red want 4 wood Reno oven? Does red want 3 stone Reno oven? All of it seems incredibly reasonable. I don't know if they want 4 wood or 3 stone. Both seem very good. It's a late growth game. I would take 4 wood if I'm them probably, but 3 stone for red's very good. Just to get well parts on top of stone oven parts. I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I think 4 wood's maybe better for them. It depends on how much wood they think they're going to get access to and how fast. Oh, wow, they're ocking. That seems wrong. Ocking seems wrong. This is not the round to be ocking in. The board is crazy. You have a skillful renovator. Yeah, see, this is just wrong. Skillful Renovator is not as good as just taking wood. Or stone. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is bad. Yeah. Just take the resources. Why play a bad card to get resources when you can just take resources? Yeah, it's very wrong. I've put a bunch of wood into the game, so they should just take the stone. I think you're right. They definitely should not be playing Skillful Renovator. Just renovate without it. You don't need the wood. 3 stone, then 4 wood, then anything else. I agree with that, Chris Ho, yeah. I agree. The thing to be doing here is to take piles. Taking piles is the correct answer. That's what you want to do. 3 wood, 1 clay minus a food is way worse than 4 wood. Well, see, Gonzo, the thing is, it's really only 2 wood, because you can play, I'm not saying they should never play Skillful, they can play Skillful Renovator when they renovate to stone, but you're only actually getting 2 wood right now, right? Like, why play a card that's only getting you 2 wood on your renovate, when you can just take 4 wood, or 3 stone? Like, you can play that card whenever, and get some resources out of it. Obviously, sheep sweep is better than anything. Look, if they want a sheep sweep and I just get the stone, like, whatever, or wood, this is fine, but the card gives you a wood too, though, so it's 3 wood total. But what my point, Gonzo, is you get that wood whenever. That wood comes with the card, yeah, right? Like, I can play that card later and still get the 1 wood, 1 clay. The only thing that I'm truly gaining right now is 2 wood. And that's just not good enough. Alright, Buyer is also going to pay us a food for taking their sheep. Thank you, Buyer. Thank you. We appreciate your patronage. I assume Civ's going to slam 3 stone, either for Reno or the well. Yup. I will take wood. If somehow I get blocked from wood, it's a little awkward. I'm going to have to bottom feed, but I should get 2 wood. Buyer buys a stone. Cute. Buyer is adding tons of stuff. Buyer needs food, so he's going to bottom feed for a reed. Oh, glorious. Look at that portmonger. Look at how much reed is added. This Nustite's going to be a bit monstrous. But anyhow, is it time to equip the clay supply? Yeah, I think it is time to equip the clay supply. We suddenly have a strong desire for a fireplace. We suddenly have a strong desire for a fireplace. So yes, I agree. I plan to equip. I agree. I'm going to equip clay supply and just basket. Still no foreign aid. Clay supply into beg 2? What? No, basket. We're going to basket. We're going to basket the cops. Yeah, basket. We're going to basket some more. It's fine. It's not super fine, but it's fine. I'm also leaving 6 wood. How dangerous is that? I don't actually get the 6 wood. Okay, I don't like that. So I'm going to leave 5 wood. It's not much better, but... why do we get the wood? We don't have a room. Why is red starting? Why? Why does red have to start? They can take the wood and then start. As long as they're willing to stable block. Like, we can thread and start build on them, but they can just stable block. Like, we're not getting this wood pile. This is not ours. But this also gives us a reed. So actually, I do continue to care about the reed too, don't I? So yeah. I'm giving them 5 wood to stable block with. Why would they not be willing to stable block? I think they're definitely going to stable block. That's my read, at least. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're going to stable block. I would stable block if I was them. I'm not them, but I would definitely stable block. What I am is I'm a guy that got a stupid sheep grab, so I'm not too sad here. You don't think I gained anything? Yeah. How strong is red? Very, very good. This is an all expert table essentially. Like Playmaker's slightly under expert strategish, but Garteek's is like quite good. This is essentially an expert table. Obviously, Civ is stupidly good. 404, I guess, for Garteek, so maybe not quite as good as I've been saying. Oh, wow, wait. Playmaker is a 593 and allowed me to sheep... What? What? I got these 2 players mixed up based on how they were playing. Garteek's being a 400 I thought Garteeks was the one that was a 600 based on how they were playing. They've done very reasonable things. And the way Playmaker was playing, I thought for sure Playmaker was the 400. Playmaker's almost 600 elo? What? Probably still starts. We'll see. Garteeks might start, but they should take 5 wood. But if they don't take 5 wood, I'll take the wood. But yeah, if Garteeks takes the wood, yeah, like I'm not even gonna try jumping them. I just, yeah, like it's no good. I'm not jumping. Just give me more wood. Wood. Give it to me. Am I basketing this? Yeah, I am basketing this, aren't I? Yeah, I'm basketing this. Give me that basket. Give me this hod. I would like this hod down. I don't know why I want this hod down. Oh, because I could fireplace next action. That's actually kind of useful. Okay. Yeah. Do I need to worry about some idiot jumping me in the growth queue? Maybe, but Playmaker didn't take Portmonger in his first 4 packs, so it's invalid. You think we're still basketing for a while? Yeah, too much disrespect from you. Yeah, Playmaker doing the Portmonger. Grick Chick, oh my god! 3 months in advance, Grick Chick, holy smokes, thank you so much, welcome. We're in a weird game where we decided we were just gonna grow super late and built a bunch of farm in the meantime, and it's gone surprisingly well. Oh, also, I might get 2 pigs next round, won't I? Wait a sec. Am I getting 2 pigs next round? Loom mod checked? Oh my god, Loom would be great. You missed the draft, that's fair. Playmaker didn't take Portmonger in his first 4 picks. Ah, yeah, you guys are catching up. Okay. I might get 2 pigs next round. That'd be cool. 2 pigs and 2 clay. Yes, the power. The power. Playmaker might try to jump us in the growth queue, and I might just let them. Yeah, Playmaker is threatening room, and I think I'm just going to let them. Does that actually make sense? And a food? Yeah, that's true. Playmaker is going to pay me for pigs. Playmaker is going to pay me for pigs. Oh, that's so nice. We don't need fireplace at all. We can hearth next round. Oh, we can take pigs and then hearth. We can 5 clay hearth. Okay, that's kind of cute. Although, what am I doing right now? I can't plow. 28 action game, let's go. Well, we're going to get more actions than that, but I'm willing to grow super late here. Why are we not building here? Well, that's a good question, too. Part of the reason is because I'm not willing to start player, am I? I'm not actually going to start to grow. Why not just build? Fine. I was so committed to triple building. Let's just do the good thing. Let's just build. I'm not going to defend my growth, though, everybody. Just be prepared for that right now. I am not defending this growth. We can triple build later? Exactly, we could just triple build later, but we can build stables later now. That's the new plan. We'll build stables later. We could build 1 here and then build 2 in stables later. Yes, exactly. That's the actual plan. I'm in on it. I'm not actually going to protect my growth, though. Build action still available next round to defend? Oh, that's true. We can just keep spamming build to defend. Okay, that's also a good reason. Alright, fine. Also, Playmaker might just open 2 pigs, actually. Playmaker opening 2 pigs would be kind of annoying. Roof Baluster for Civ. Look at the surprise that I'm not surprised about. Although they don't actually have wood for the well at the moment. But they're renovating to the pottery. Oh no, my pottery. My hod is completely useless. Well, oh well. We still get the hearth. Yeah. We do still get the 5 clay hearth. That part's nice. But yeah, I would like the pigs, but Playmaker might take pigs. Playmaker might build. Playmaker might take 6 clay. Playmaker might... I really don't know. I don't know what to judge Playmaker on anymore. Oh, they are just going to build. Well, okay, that's fine. They can jump me. Why does Civ not have the manservant? Yeah. Playmaker could take anything on the board. They could. I literally am going to let them jump me. This is fine. I'm just going to get breeding pigs. Pretty sure Civ only had the 1 shot. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, beer keg. Beer keg with the early grain fields. That could be a bit scary. Give me the pigs. I don't care about growing. Growing is for chumps. You can grow. That's fine. You built a 4th room out of wood. You're gonna lose anyhow. Playmaker can't take fencing. That's true. Playmaker can't take fencing. Good call. Um, yeah, this is... Look, is it good that I'm not growing until round 11? Obviously not. But do I have enough compensation to continue to say who the hell cares? Yeah, I like, whatever. Playmaker can have no wood. I'll just do my thing over here. Can't take Reno either. Oh, look at that, everybody. We've locked it out. I am really sad that Playmaker decided they wanted to build a room. It slightly feels like Playmaker and I are kicking each other because I don't... Playmaker, you'll notice, has no farm. It's a late growth game and you have no farm and you have no majors and you haven't renovated. This is what we call losing, for the record, everybody. This is not how you win Agricola. I have not grown, but I have breeding animals and fields and efficiency. Playmaker has none of that. Has no good food either, by the way. Like, maybe they'll make it up, but if Civ has a plow driver, it'd be very sad. Yeah. First pick plow driver would be gross. If Civ has a first pick plow driver, yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. Am I building a hearth here? I don't really need to build a hearth here. You know what I do need? I need 3 wood actions, as does everybody else. So everybody else doesn't deserve them. I do. They don't deserve the wood actions. Those are for me. I think we're well past the point of basketing, right? Where we will get a hearth or a fireplace and be just fine. We do not need that. We also don't need a supply boat. My crops are going to suck. We don't have time for crops to be good, but... Civ's a pretty big fan of it, so it's reasonable. You are too. I mean, plow driver is great. Like, being able to grow in these late growth games via plow driving is very nice. Civ's food is a bit rough for plow driver, but... Wow, field watchman from Civ. Civ says he built a game plan on the assumption this Ock came down in the first 2 rounds. All right, so we've thrown Civ way off his game plan, which is why he's been thinking so hard. Oh, okay. Well, that's not a plow driver, but that's almost as good. Wow, what a game. Okay. So plowing is very open, which is good news for me just committing to 4 and 8 at some point, to be honest. But late field watching solid, yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Civ does have a wood problem. Both Civ and Playmaker have a wood problem, and I plan to continue to make that an issue. Like, if Playmaker really wanted to go down this route, we can, yeah, late 4 and 8. I think I play 4 and 8 still, right? I guess I don't need the food, but, like, at the same time, why not? Like, I guess it's because I can't plow sow. Maybe I should leave plow sow open for myself. I don't know. But with Conservator and Excursion to the Quarry, like, and the fact people are already renovating with what crops, I agree. Like, I don't have time for crops, though, right? Yeah. We're a bit off our game plan. We've definitely done a lot of claiming not to care about growth despite making draft decisions based around having a million actions. Yeah, it is unfortunate that we've wound up without actions, but we've found a really pretty good line despite that. Like, this Fence 15 has worked really well. We've gotten to take all the big animal grabs and just be breeding them, and it's made the table quite hungry. Like, Playmaker is in a terrible... Like, in our defense, I think Playmaker has done very dubious choices. Like, I don't know why Playmaker has decided that they should build a wood room and not take the animals and, like, give food to other people to add more resources. But anyhow, whatever. Playmaker's chosen what they've chosen. Like, I'm just going to take wood first action here, right? Like, it's going to go 4 wood, 3 wood. There's going to be giant piles of clay. Which giant piles of clay could mean my opponent's trying to build clay rooms on me. That'd be annoying. I don't think anybody's trying to build more rooms, though. I don't think so. I do think that Playmaker is just dead. There's not enough wood for Playmaker. There's not enough plow. Well, there might be enough plows for Playmaker, but Playmaker has no ceiling via majors. Like, I think they're so doomed, but Civ will build on Clay on me. Yeah, he will. He'll prove me wrong. My farm is going to be so good if a couple of my ox turn into animal reefs. That's true. That would be really helpful also, but no, I don't think I'm going to get breeding cows either. I don't have the actions for it. I am first growing in round 11, let's be clear. But I am about to get a bunch of wood into double build plus 2 or 3 stables. I might not be getting 4 stables, to be fair, but like... Oh, I should also build a hearth still. Oh my god, I get the 4 wood space? I mean, surezies. Surezies. I mean, in defense, Gartix does not need the wood, and Gartix gets the well with that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Whoop. Definitely don't basket. Basket is dumb. Do I equip a supply boat? I guess why equip a supply boat? Currently, I have... I'm 1 wood short. I'm 1 wood short of max stables, but that means I do have a wood for supply boat. But I can play supply boat on growth later if I really want to. I'll leave people in mystery. Oh, also, how long do I have to play this for an aid? I can play it next round on growth. Okay. All right, so yeah, we get to double build and build stables, so that seems good. I do need to get the hearth built, so maybe I just do that. Although building a room does lock up rooms, although who's building a room? None of these people are building a room. All right, cool. I build a hearth. Next round, I build more rooms and grow. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, actually, Gartix might build well here. I might not be able to build hearth here. This might be build well. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. Okay. We get a hearth down next round. You like everybody's game except purple's. Theirs is iffy. I completely agree. I think my other opponents have done entirely reasonable things. I honestly think I think the 3 of us are in this game and purple's just out of it. You're concerned with my ceiling? I think ceiling doesn't matter too much. The game's a little bit about floor. I have stables and pastures and animals and a big stone house with a max family. Like, it's gonna be fine. You wonder if I could greed the hearth all the way out to Reno? Actually, I might be able to. That's an interesting possibility, blah. Oh, also I stabled the wrong spot. I should technically stable the bigger pasture. I'm not actually gonna have capacity issues. I don't want to restart, but I should have. I should be stabling the big areas. Yeah, I should be stabling the big areas, but whatever. Anyhow, Gonzo, I don't think my ceiling's going to be a huge issue because my floor is so good. Like, part of the problem is, like, Civ's game is reasonable if he has a rammed clay. But, like, if Civ doesn't have rammed clay, he's struggling a bit on the whole fences department, and Purple is going to fight hard for the whole fences department also. 5 room stone house, big animals, no plow pressure, ceiling should be okay, barring 50-point games. Yeah, exactly. Like, I need to avoid other people having 50s, but I'm pretty good for mid-40s. I might even still be low 50s, right? My ideal endgame is have 25 points of family. I hopefully get 2 plows, so that's 28, 31, 35, 37, 40. Get a cow is 41. Get a veg is 42. Have a grain is 43. Okay, that's only 43. And then find a few more crop points. Get a supply boat down is 44. Yeah, I'm like mid 40s. I'm gonna. My dream is like mid 40s. The dream is we somehow find the actions to continue bullying wood. No, we can't bully wood. We don't have time for joinery either. That's like the sad thing. I can't bully wood from here. But there's enough wood pressure that it should slightly even itself out. I think. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. Honestly, I could take 4 more sheep next round. I hope I get 2 cows, actually. I hope I do get 2 cows in round 12. That would be nice. I don't know if that's what happens. Wow, purple's just saying F wood. I really don't think plows are the pressure point, but sure. Yeah, red's taking the 3 wood. Good man. Hit him where it hurts, buddy. Hit him where it hurts. What do I want to do this round? I could just Hearth, but I am pretty happy playing Foreign-Aid. So if I'm playing Foreign-Aid, I just take all the sheep again, continue to ask what this grocer is up to. I mean, I guess it's gonna buy a sheep, but Red's game looks the scariest. I agree that yeah, in saying that, I don't really need to hit the animals then. Okay, so I don't have time for the animals. Do I just play Conservator? Get Conservator out of the way? Get Conservator out of the way, grow Foreign-Aid. The annoying thing is Excursion to the Quarry. I really want to just play Excursion when I grow in round 13, which means I'm not trying to build a Hearth until round 13, or a Fireplace. Might work. I could definitely get Reno blocked. I should maybe just build Hearth, but gosh, it is very tempting to try to greed out the efficiency. Looks like we have an extra action to take wood. I don't think so. Red's offboard is nuts and he has fences. Yeah, red is clearly, I think, actually the threat. Red's gonna fence and the animals are great. Actually, red's gonna get cows in front of me. Yeah, red getting cows in front of me is also really annoying, actually. Unless red SPs for whatever flips, that'd be cool. I think it's probably I should just play Conservator. God, I really am gonna need this Hearth soon, though. Maybe I should just build the Hearth, even though I'm playing Foreign-Aid. It does leave me a little blank on Reno, although maybe I find time to Joinery on Reno. Nobody else should be fighting for Joinery. Alright, let's just Hearth. Let's just Hearth. It's not exciting, but... The good news is we should be getting uncontested family growth the next couple rounds, right? Like, we're just going to grow rounds 11, 12, 13, which is not great, but Civ starting's annoying. We're not getting 2 cows. Writing boards for Civ, that's also unfortunate. Although it's only 2 wood. Okay, that's not that scary. Although it gives a bunch of wood to purple, that sucks. Writing board sucks. Hidden writing boards is annoying. I really wanted to keep clamping wood, but... purple's gonna eat their groceries and sow a bunch. That does make sense. It's good for them. Boo last. Yeah, last is a little annoying. It's not that big of a deal. If I could get 3 stone next round, actually, that'd be pretty good. 3 stone next round actually does look nice, because I could grow Excursion to the Quarry next round, and then have enough to Reno with a Joinery. Getting a Joinery would be pretty nice to help out my ceiling a little. Yeah, 3 stone is good tempo next round. If I can get 3 stone, and then, yeah, grow with Excursion, play Conservator or something in there. I'm not going to get more wood. Red getting these animal stacks is insane. Yeah, nobody feeding off animals is, like, it makes sense, but it's a little annoying, because, yeah, this is gross. This is very gross, but... Both round 12 actions are great for Civ, so the SP makes sense. Yeah, I'm not blaming this start. Civ really wants growth, I think. I don't actually think Plauso is particularly good for him. I mean, it's pretty good, but Civ is definitely hoping for other stuff, but... Alright. Civ is taking a veg, though, just getting prepared. Makes sense. Red should probably be taking a big sheep pile here. Or purple. Purple should take some animal pile, you'd think. They need food. But... Civ's giving me sass in the chat a little bit. Wow, purple's not taking the animals. Purple's taking 3 clay. That's not enough to renovate, or is it? It is enough to renovate. That's fine. I approve. Go renovate. A loom would be nice. Oh god, a loom would be so nice. Yeah, if we had a loom this game, oh, a loom would be great. There's so many sheep, but my farm's so crazy complete. It does give me the freedom to block some on animals. Yeah, although again, the issue is I have to actually complete my game plan, and I don't have that many actions to complete my game plan. Like, if I actually want 2 plows, if I want a grain, if I want a veg, if I want a cow, if I want to grow 2 more times, if I want to play conservator and reno, I already have 9 actions, and I actually have 12 actions. And those actions did not include wood and joinery. The good news is I continue to have very useful things to do with my actions, but the bad news is, yeah, bad news. There's definitely some bad news that exists. I'm not getting 2 cows next round as part of the sad news. If I could get 2 cows from red, maybe red SPs instead of taking 2 cows, but it seems really unlikely. I think red's just gonna slam 2 cows in front of me, which it's the right move. It's fine. I think my plan is to take 3 stone, play conservator, and grow. I think that's my game plan next round. Purple does take an animal pair finally. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think red's always taking the cows, but I have enough to finish, but not enough to block. I agree. I think that's exactly I have just enough actions to achieve my game plan, and maybe my game plan includes a joinery. But I really don't have actions to be just throwing around a block. Maybe I should be plowing first action next round, actually. I probably am getting plow, right? Purple should be taking 4 wood. Civ's going to take what flips. Purple takes 4 wood. It goes 2 cows, plow, 3 wood, 3 wood, SP, 3 stone, and then I grow, ignoring conservator for a round. Might be okay. I did play 4-8 finally? Yeah, I did. I don't think that I'm getting Plow-So, and even if I did, I have no crops. So, and I don't think the Reno pressure is going to be an issue for me. I don't think Gartix is going to try to Reno. Playmaker could get annoying on the Reno, so I do. It's part of why I'm talking so hard about making sure I line up the Reno fast. My round maybe should be Conservator and 3 stone and grow Excursion to the Quarry so I can renovate in 13 or 14. Because clearly we have to wind up in a stone house. If we don't wind up in a stone house, we're very dead. We're super dead. And I don't think there's quite enough Reno pressure for me to get blocked. But purple could make it tight on us, so do have to be careful. The good news is we have stupid amounts of food on our farm. Just stupid. Growth does not flip. I think that's also a good sign for us. It makes it harder for other people to get 5 family members. And yeah, Civ is saying no. I think that's a big blow for Civ. Civ might even take 4 wood. And yeah, Civ says he hedged. Okay, he is still taking it because he's ready for it, but certainly everybody could get their Renos. Boo, no Reno from Purple. Yeah, Purple's presumably Purple's renovating this round, which should help. Yeah, make it all fine. I assume Purple renovates. Although, what are they doing with their stone? I guess just hopefully double renovating. I don't think anybody wants joinery. I don't think anybody even wants this stone. So maybe my round is just plow, then stone, then grow. And then I can play Conservator next round and still have decent tempo on the Reno space. 4-8 adds risks. Yeah, 4-8 definitely adds risk. We'll see. It's a little sketchy, but it's okay. Oh, we do get the cows. Incredible break. Thank you for the SP. Okay, well, that's super good. That's super good. Please commit. Hit commit. Commit. And give me a wage. Yes, give me more things to play. Perfect. Yep. Do that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, that's huge. That is huge. Very big. That's a way better action than anything else we were talking about. The animal reef dreams alive. Yes. That seems really wrong. I would agree. I guess they're SPing for growth, but you fenced and had 2 cows staring you down, and I think these players were just taking wood over starting. I could be wrong, but I think that's what they were doing. But I get 3 stone, then I grow. Next round I can do the thing. I get plow to open next round, then I play conservator. I'm ready to renovate. Yeah, I think this is the play. I think getting the stone here is still good. Now I just disregard growth for the round to take veg grain and be ready for plow stone next round. Yes, Dr. Bois. No, this is the sad thing, I agree. I'm gonna get handed plow stone next round and can't take it, but red made a blunder there. The SP probably wheels. Oh, that's what you would do. Yeah, forgetting 4 and 8 is easy. However, when you look, here's my secret tip on how to play 4 and 8. Play 4 and 8 in round 11. It's much harder to forget you played 4 and 8 when you played it just like 5 minutes ago than when you play 4 and 8 in round 4 and then it was like 45 minutes ago and you forget it's on your board. Here it's still the first card. It's much easier to see. That's expert advice with Radior. That's like a 2 to 4 point move, plus you cap opponents compared to growth. Civ 100% SPs there. Red had to take it if they wanted it. You think Civ starts? Interesting. Maybe Civ started. I don't know that Civ restarts, though. Like, you don't know what he has left in hand to start with. And Civ's just going to wood starve himself? I don't know. Unless Red had a beating route or something goes single cow. I think Red was supposed to take cows, too, but I'm not sure. Aren't my opponents more likely to remember 4 and 8? That's probably true, Merrick. I'm obviously half joking. Like, remembering 4 and 8 should not be that hard anyhow. Anyhow, team, have we just won this game? Are we just winning? At this point, I feel pretty winning with growth not flipping, with Red giving us the cows. I mean, I guess Red has a big beer keg coming in, and they're growing, but the good news is, like, Red is running out of... Red has no huge point moves left, right? So, like, they're going to get points. They have, well, they have 1, 4, they have 8 actions left, but they're probably getting 2 points an action loosely. Well, and generating a few more. Yeah, okay, we haven't won yet. Red's still definitely a threat. Red has like 16 more points plus a handful of passive, so probably gets like 18 more points. Takes him to 46. We were saying we were hoping for like mid 40s for ourselves. So yeah, we're very close to Red. Civ. How are we beating Civ? I think we're beating Civ. Purple renovates. We love to see that. It's very important. The writing boards. Don't like that, but it's fine. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with this. Purple can't super reno block us forever, so that's good. Veg gets taken, that's fine. We're obviously just gonna grow. And I would like this excursion to the quarry. Oop. Whee! Alright. Excursion to the quarry, stupidly strong. Everybody's still in it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow down about the purple still in it thing. How is purple winning the game? Were there any big point cards in the draft? Not that I said. Not that I saw. I do not believe purple's in it, but if you do, kudos. But purple's going last this round and is at 19. I guess they have a big Reno action left, but I guess they have Buyer. How is purple hitting mid 40s? I don't think I see it, but maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing it. Okay. I would like to plow. Yeah, I would like to plow. Plowing still seems good. Yeah. Plowing's still good. Purple's probably not part of everybody that's still in it, although they probably get Plowso. They do get Plowso, I agree, which is... We are being nice to them with giving them Plowso. Yeah. Also, I can renovate with the clay oven, everybody, instead of the joinery. I forgot that I also have the parts to just reno clay oven and nobody's taken it yet. I would be pretty content just renovating clay oven. I mean, I don't really have the actions for joinery. I'm definitely slamming conservator down here and not messing around. I do not intend to get blocked on this reno. So... Clay oven is cute? Yeah, clay oven is cute here. Like... I just need points on a renovation, so like... Oh, but the clay oven goes. Never mind. Civ's taking it, duh. Okay. Would be nice if we could actually feed with it. Yeah, Civ's taking it because he needs the food and the points. Okay, that's fine. Well done, Civ. Noticed what we wanted. All right. If purple renovates, that's fine. If purple doesn't renovate, it's awkward. I kind of want to delay the renovate now so I can get joinery, but I also mostly care about not getting blocked on Reno, so just like Reno Fireplace is acceptable to me, rather than watching like purple SP and Reno. Gartix is definitely out of the Reno queue at least. Gartix did get breeding sheep. That's good. Gartix might SP for Plauso at this point. If SP comes back to them. Purple should probably take the pigs. Who the hell if I know what purple wants. I'd be very happy if purple just renovated here, though. It'd be great. But I guess worst case scenario, I have joinery outs next round, maybe. Maybe. I'm probably just playing supply boat here. Oh, they are renovating. Oh, they're so nice to me. It's so nice. That's so nice, actually. I don't know why they're doing it, but oh, because they have sleeping quarter. Okay, Reno sleeping quarter is a very good reason to do that. They get Plauso into Reno sleeping quarter into grow. Okay. All right. I am a little more scared of purple's game now. I still don't think they're beating me, but they are more in it than I thought. Definitely are more in it than I thought. They still run out of points too, though. I think. But admittedly, they're going to be close. This is going to be a close game. I think we have the lead by a little bit, though. Especially because I'm getting the joinery. Having worked out all my food, we're feeding with vibes. I mean, we have 8 sheep and 4 pigs. Like, we're eating points, to be fair. But sleeping quarter makes that 4th room a lot worse. That part I agree with. I think the 4th room, though, is extra dubious, given you have a sleeping quarter. It's late growth. You had to SP and grow into it around 10. I mean, it did, like, it turns out growth flipped in 13, and it slowed me down, and I'm the otherwise biggest opponent. But I agree that Purple and I seem to have been hitting each other. There are 2 pigs available. How much points are 2 pigs for me? It can't be that much. I should just take my veg, or I should take my grain. Or wait, I can play. Oh, I can play supply boat and then take food and possibly if nobody's. Yeah, actually grow supply boat right now looks funny. I'm gonna get something back that's fine here, and I don't want to start player. Yeah, no, this looks cute. I don't know if it works, but this looks really cute actually, because food is some number of points. Yeah, food some number of points. Civ's gonna fence, that's great. Joinery looks really good for us next round, though. Like, I think the fact that I'm getting joinery is very handy here for me. Maybe I'm still overestimating where we're at, but I'm at 31 after I renovate. I'm at 41, and I still have 5 actions left. I'm not necessarily breeding points, I guess, because, yeah, I'm eating a bunch of animal points that we stockpiled on our farm. So I am losing several points, I guess, from food. But I think I'm getting joinery as a ceiling option, which feels great, because, like, I might not be able to generate points super easy next round, except joinery should make it pretty easy to generate points. Yeah, exactly. Joinery's gonna, like, boost my actions next round, because I'm gonna run out of points otherwise. Although the fact that food is points for me is, like, really helpful here, though, too. Like, I'm gonna get fishing here because purple. Well, maybe not. Maybe Civ. No, Civ's fed. Civ's running out of things to do. Civ wants to take wood and then fence next round. I was wondering why purple saved a wood. I should have sniffed the sleeping corner. I was very confused why purple fenced 10 instead of 11. But sleeping corner is a very good explanation for why. I should have maybe been able to suss that out, but Gartix took a cow with their last action. So how scary is Gartix still at this point? Gartix only has 6. Only, to be clear, has 6 grain. So Beer Keg's not really getting Gartik extra points. but I guess they're gonna sow again, although they don't have that many fields. I don't know. This feels good, but we shouldn't get too excited yet. But Sleepy Quarter was spicy with the line they took to get the two grain fields. Yeah, that's true, Dr. Blah. They were not guaranteed 2 fields at all. Civ decides to just be judicious and take more wood, so he can just fence 13 next round. Civ looks like he might be getting 4th this game. Could have been other stuff like Strawberry Patch. It could have. But I think I should have been able to maybe sneak it open. But you thought it was to leave fence block open? Yeah, I agree, Ace of Spade. I sort of thought it was fence block. Purple does just take the pigs. That was expected. So this supply boat, awesome. I'll buy a grain. I mean, I could get veg blocked pretty easily next round. Although I can just take fishing for 1 food next round and buy a veg, because it doesn't have to be food from the space. I don't think so. Okay. Seems great then. Let's just do this. Actions I want next round. I would like Plow. Oh, wow. And yeah, Gartix is just going to start, get Plow, Sow, or Grow. I'm going to get Plow. Okay. That's fine by me. I have Unblockable Reno. Unblockable Reno is a stretch. Gartix could try to block my Reno. I currently have Joinery on lock too. Okay. So yeah, my round's going to be something like Plow, take wood, take veg, take wood, Reno Joinery. It's a pretty good round. I do have to take wood before Reno. Yes. Yes, I do. But Gartix has to take multiple actions to threaten Reno. So I just will see it coming from a mile away. Interesting. Goes for the 1-point beer keg option. Oh, because they know they can sow a grain. Yeah, they only want to do 1-point beer keg option there. Okay. Eating a sheep is free, and then pigs are the most efficient conversion to points. Pigs are holding 2 pigs for a point. Yeah, it's 2 pigs for a point. So 2 pigs is 6 food. So I should be eating a pig. Also, wait, that pig is free too because I'm currently breeding 2 pigs. As I have 1 more sheep, I could eat for free too. Actually. Okay, I'm not losing that many points on eating. Also, actually, I'm gonna lose a couple points, but probably only 1. I probably am ending at 8 sheep. And I'm going to end at 3 pigs, 4 cows, is what I think is going to happen. But if I end up at only like 6 sheep, again, it's not that big a deal. Like, I just have so much food on my farm, which is also part of why this game's so good. I mean, to be clear, I got a 5 sheep grab before the second harvest. So really, I got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sheep grab. Part of why our game has been so efficient is I got a freaking 10 sheep grab. I got a 6 pig grab. I got a 4 cow grab. I got my fences down in 1 go. I did have to build twice, but like again, we have a wood barter, it's not that bad, and I got most of my stables with my build action. Like this game has been very fun for me because it's always fun to try to do these like hyper efficient games and fall behind the growth queue and claim that you can just beat people even without actions. And not that we've won for sure yet, we got to be real careful. Like, Gartix is much closer than we want, but I think Gartix is kind of running out of points. Like, he has 3 actions, but I don't know what he does with them. I think we're going to win, but yeah, gotta not get too excited. Gotta stay sharp, but Plow's got to be the action here still. The fish food was likely a saved animal point. Yeah, the fish food was pretty cool last round too, actually. Like, that was probably a 3-point fishing action because of the 5 food plus a grain. So yeah, getting to go grow into the fish was actually really nice. It's cool that the fish piled so much. Civ grew, purple took a cow. Okay, all of that makes sense. I think Gartix is truly running out of points already. I guess Gartix has a fireplace. Gartix could just take a veg, block my veg. Yeah, that's actually possible, but I think Gartix basically is just bashing us, though, so. It kind of felt like a big country game without the big country. Low actions, hyper efficiency, hoping opponents don't have high ceilings, and hoping you get animal grabs. I will admit, like, if if purple decides to just quasi call our bluff and takes all the sheep and lets red go, like I do grow significantly earlier, but I do lose access to like all these sheep, which is a blow. Gartix is taking stone. So Gartix is going for renovate because he knows he gets red offenses. So I actually do have to take wood here. I do need to take this wood action so I can actually joinery. Definitely not basketing. I don't want to play wage yet. I'd like to play wage on my last wood action because I get 1 extra food from the joinery. Yeah, I'm gonna greed that out. I think I'm always last actioning wood, so I'm gonna greed that 1 extra food on wage here. Civ is just taking reed. That makes sense. Civ is going to build fences with her last action. Rough game for Civ. Yeah, he's going to be last. He got totally blocked from playing Field Watchman early because, yeah, it went Ock to open the game. He was 3rd seed, got Ock blocked. He chose not to SP. Purple did decide to SP into Ock. I wanted to Ock aggressively for once in my life, so I Ocked in round 2. So Civ got Ock blocked again in round 2, and then decided to just, yeah, go late Field Watchman, try to make things work with his other cards, but Civ's played very few cards, you'll notice. He has several majors, which are cute, but he has only 2 Ox that he's leveraging and only 2 minors. I guess he must have played he did play a passing minor, the writing boards, but yeah, just hard for Civ to have efficiency this game. I'm not sure I've seen Civ struggle, again, in quotes to be clear, this much in a long time. I agree with Chris Ho at the start of this game. Civ is scary because he's so good at like always finding a path, but actually seems to have been mostly blocked this game from getting what he wanted. And admittedly, he also had to squat for growth in a late growth game, and then it was double late growth. So like, if growth flips in 12, Sid's game better. If growth flips in 6 or 5, Civ's game's probably better. But he kind of got forced into pushing for first room and growth, and then growth didn't come. He was kind of forced into pushing for growth without. It didn't come. So you don't think we even realized Civ was struggling at all until we saw the round 10 Field Watchman? I agree. It wasn't like super clear to me that Civ was struggling, but you really liked Civ's guilds, but his lack of wood hurt him. Yeah, the Civ's lack of wood is what really has cost him here. If Civ could have fenced earlier, again, the animals that piled up this game were insane. I got a 5 sheep grab. Purple got a 4 sheep grab. I got 2 pigs. Gartix got 2 pigs. I got 2 cows. Like, the animals were so good for so much of the game. And it also wasn't obvious that he didn't have a stone house payoff. Yeah. We all thought he had some stone house first pick, and then we liked his game a lot more. And then all of a sudden he revealed it was a Field Watchman, and we were like, oh, things have wound up not going how you anticipated, and you don't have a payoff for this early reno. And yeah, that really hurt also, admittedly. But yes, yep. You guys are all right, actually. Yeah, as soon as it was revealed to not be a plow driver, it was a lot scarier. So yeah, exactly. You don't just have a 5 plow action. I mean, for minus a bunch of food, but Civ goes rest in peace priest. Ooh, that sucks. That's yeah. Red has just taken Reno parts. We must react. We cannot abide Reno block. Have to stay sharp. Cannot get messy. Renovate to stone. Don't renovate to clay. Ignore all this clay I have, game. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. All right, the fact we got the joinery means we've definitely won. We're at 48, and we have 2 actions left, and one of those actions is a 2-point. Oh yeah, we got this game by a good margin. That's super cool. Rest in Priestless, yeah. This was the perfect game for Pottery BMW. Most games you dream of easy 3-point piles at the end. Yeah. No, that's a great point, Ace of Spade. Like, the reed and clay are truly free. These are, like, Civ did a great read on the guilds. Honestly, Civ did play really well to get to 39 or 38, whatever he's at. I guess, no, Civ's at 39. Truly 39. He eats a clay. Like, Civ had to do what he could with what turned out to be a pretty tough position. I was being a wood bully, and growth came super late, so even though Civ grew first, he didn't really ever get big wood piles because I refused to start player. That's actually another thing that I didn't think about that was actually really annoying for Civ. I literally never started. Yeah, I actually literally never start playing for Civ. I said screw the growth queue. I'll just get grow when it comes to me. I'll let purple jump me. I'll do whatever. Veg is left. Wow. All right. This is what a dumb game for us. What a dumb game. 0 SPs. Yeah, I just realized that we literally start player never, and we're gonna play all of our cards though. It's great. Awful wood efficiency. Missed on the big wood early and none available late. Yeah, yeah. Civ had no wood efficiency this game either. Exactly. I slammed 4 wood actions in front of Civ all day. I even slammed 3 wood actions pretty aggressively. I was a wood hog this game, realistically. I mean, I built 5 wood rooms and basically max fences, stables, and almost max joinery. Obviously, I'm a wood hog for a reason. I have wood injection up the wazoo, but I had reed injection too, so I took all the wood efficiency. Yeah, nice win. Yeah, thanks. This again, I really like this win. Winning, I enjoy these. Well, I've always said I enjoy double late growth games sometimes too when other people don't handle them well. I don't think this is a case of other people not handling them well though, but I don't know that everybody plays this hand with a total non-care about the growth queue. Um, Again, we got some breaks too. Like getting 5 sheep is still crazy to me. I thought for sure purple was gonna take the sheep and say screw the growth queue, but super cool alternative. Yeah, you were surprised purple played that miner in round 1. Yeah, that's a good point too. Purple, that is right. Purple played a grain sieve, and oh yeah, they're not missing. They're just not in your head. Yeah. All right, we get to take Grove. We even get to play Wage because that's how cool everything is for us this game. Well, not basket, not basket. That's wrong. I was ready to play Equipper. Ugh, I keep forgetting we have a basket. Also, cool basket this game, right? Actually, a cool basket. We had no early food, and basket was actually good for once. Ugh, crazy times. Crazy times. Your grade payoff is Steam Machine. Oof, Steam Machine's a pretty decent payoff though. So yeah, it is really unfortunate we Ock blocked you in the first 2 rounds. I didn't even realize. Ooh, purple had a late debt security. Oh, but only has 1 major. Well, that's less good then. Purple also appears to basically be at Civ's level. I think at this point we can conclusively state then that purple really erred by building a 4th wood room. Like, you have a sleeping corner. Why are you building a 4th room out of wood and then SPing aggressively to grow in round 10 instead of just actually farming, especially when the animals were so stupidly good? Had to take a meeting. Purple has sleeping corner. Yeah, purple has sleeping corner and then still built that room and jumped us. And it still, by the way, doesn't matter at all. We're cruising to a win. But yeah, they have a first pick sleeping corner and still decided in a late growth game the right thing to do was to build a wood room and SP just so they could grow in round 10. And then they didn't fully fence, even though the animals were great. I somehow got 2 cows in round 12. I really think Garteek's messed up by not taking 2 cows. Which, fun question, Civ. Why? What did you first pick minor-wise? You first picked writing boards. Did we figure out what I'm eating, by the way? I can eat a sheep for free. And then everything after this is points. We'll get more pigs because it's cooler. Sure. We'll do this. You were so mad when they took SP over the 2 cows? Yeah, were you actually going to SP or you were just mad because they had to be 2 cows? I was like really surprised they SP because I thought for sure they would just wheel SP, but then chat was telling me you were just going to re-up. But I really don't know what was actually going to happen. Also, how gross is it that we just have 10 resources left over? this HOD really... Well, the HOD was useful for... The HOD did give us what we wanted out of it, but yeah, Civ wisely saw our HOD and was like, pottery is mine. But... Anyhow. Nothing went right for Civ here, and he probably still comes second if Urgent's in 12. You think growth in 7 was things going right, though? Yeah, maybe it was, even though he parked. I mean, I think Civ's right. I think Civ doesn't. How does Civ win a early growth game? He doesn't really. I don't know that he wants early growth. Yeah, I think he's right. I think Civ does not win a growth in 5 game. I don't think he has the stuff, but maybe he is. I'm not sure. Maybe your opinion wasn't right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure Civ would have re-upped, but maybe he would have. Interesting sheep arrangement here, by the way. I just let it do what it wanted, but yeah, 53, dang. Oh, does Civ beat Playmaker though? Playmaker still lost to Civ? Oh no, there it is. Okay, it didn't update. Nope, Civ did actually take 4th. It's a rare sight, everybody. I'm not sure the last time I've seen Civ take 4th. It happens. Sorry, buddy. But thanks for joining us. Um, yeah, Playmaker's room is very confusing. But is still above 700? Yeah, lost 30 elo, still above 700. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well done, man. I have no idea how you have 700 elo. I like. Are turn-based games that much easier? Or are you really just that much better? Or a little of both? It's probably a little of both. It's crazy. That was fun to watch. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks so much for the 3-month sub. That's super awesome. Thanks so much. Welcome. Yeah, I stream less consistently than Lumen, but I'm glad you swung by here today. So you've lost like 8 of 9 to Civ. Yeah. You wonder if it's just viewer bias or do I perform better versus better tables? Oh, I think I almost certainly play better against better tables. I look, here's the thing. I've said this before. I actually think a lot of people that play a lot of Arena have slightly bad habits and slightly bad reads of cards because they're used to playing weaker opponents. And I think I've never adjusted quite as well to predicting weaker players or handling them. I played and trained a lot on Play Agricola against some of the best like other people, and I think I've largely learned how to play against like strong opponents, and I think I actually do struggle relative to my like playing strength against weaker tables. Um, I am continually impressed by certain people that can handle the wild zany of arena tables more consistently than I can, which is part of like Civ's high rating. Like I don't. I wind up at some arena tables. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm lost. And sometimes I still win because they're just actually taking bad actions. But sometimes I just can't navigate it. But you thought I was gonna 3 wood in round 2? You're trained at BGA Arena, yeah. Yeah. You thought purple wasn't gonna Ock in round 2, yeah. It's rare for me to Ock as aggressively as I did this game, right? You're sitting after me, and like in round 1 even, I Ocked instead of RSF'd. Oh, it hurt my soul. Like I hate expensive Ock over RSF, and then same thing in round 2. Like, but I had to Ock this game. The whole game plan was get those 3 Ocks out, get Woodcard out, and start doing zany nonsense. So it was right. Yeah, like it was the right game for me just to actually rush Ox, but my stage 1 was definitely not easy to predict based on how I normally play. Seeing my first 2 actions be expensive Ock in round 1 and 2 is not my usual. Yeah, correct. It's really not. But you do like the, okay, if you want growth jump me, go ahead style. Yeah, I really love it too, Civ. You can't always play it, but this game I was just so happy about it. I was just like, I was ready to just sit there and take opportunity. I mean, my game diverted significantly also, and it turned out, I think, way for the better when purple didn't take sheep and played grocer. I was like, wait a sec, dude, you have to SP next round or you have to take sheep. I can just build fences, force you to make a hard choice, and possibly move up in the growth queue, which, to be honest, wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted the sheep, and then they rewarded me. They were like, you can have the sheep. And I was like, this is great. And then, yeah, the pigs came later, and, like, I still could just get my builds later, because I still was able to just contest wood while all of you were fighting the growth queue. That was, like, my goal at a certain point when I realized you were parking and I was growing last is like, okay, fine, I'm growing last. What do? We just We just wood bully. We take all the great wood actions that everybody's leaving. We can basket pretty aggressively because we'll get back onto the wood actions. And then, yeah, that sheep grab that came from nowhere was really surprising to me. I think Playmaker is 100% has to take 4 sheep and then play Grocer later. Playing Grocer there was crazy, but the wood for the board number? Oh yeah, thanks. That is a fascinating question because I bullied it a bit. Yeah, I got 32 wood from the board. Other people got a good number. I mean, I gave them some of that wood back because of the basket for sure. But yeah, I also earned 26 wood from cards. So also earned 12 clay from cards, 4 stone from cards, 11 reed. Forest Reviewer is dumb also, by the way. Forest Reviewer is so dumb. 11 Forest Reviewer is so good. So good. 58 wood game. Yeah. I had 0 actions though, so 32 is still a lot. Yes. No, that's true. I had so few actions, right? Yeah, I had 34 actions. Although, remarkably, by the end here, I'm actually fairly close on action count. Only Playmaker has significantly more actions this game. I tied most of these other players just through the late game push. So, like, realistically, I actually, yeah. Really wish you had a Stockman. Yeah, I don't know where that Stockman wound up. I wanted that, but almost a wood per action seems strong. I mean, this was definitely a game to show off Woodcart. Woodcart can be a little hard, but yeah, like Equipper to accelerate the Woodcart is so nice too. Like, it worked so good. This was finally a draft that just really came together nicely. Wheeling Basket was super happy too. Wheeling Foreign was happy. Wheeling the Conservator, like my god, Wheeling the Conservator. Admittedly, the Hod gave me all the clay I needed, so like, admittedly, the Conservator it still saved me from needing a Reno action though, which is nice, but. You gave Woodcart a blot in the draft for the reason, yeah. You took Cowherd, you think, instead of Stockman? Yeah, that makes enough sense. I mean, Stockman is, I don't know, it scares me also. That's what I said. Like, unfortunately, my pack was so weak. I mean, the other thing that was great about me, it's called a Craigasm. Thank you. How did Conservator get back? You took Ballaster? I don't know. That's what I'm about to peek at. I have no idea why Conservator came back. The Ox were, like, pretty weak, right? Like, one of the things that I loved was the fact that, one of the things that went so well for me that game was the fact that my opening pack was Wood Barter and a bunch of shit. And I was like, perfect. I get a Wood Barter, and the rest of you have to figure out what the hell you're doing. So that's always nice. But Conservator doesn't save Reno action because you got to play the Ock. Well, basically what I'm saying, Ace of Spade, is like right here at the end of the game, it saves me from needing to get on the Reno space, which was critical, because I played Foreign Aid, and I had literally one round where I could actually take the Reno action. But Conservator allows me to get a Reno action on Ock, which is crazy valuable. But yes, it turns out this game, I mean, Conservator also saves you a Reed and 5 Clay, but my endgame board just had 3 Reed and 7 Clay, so like the Conservator resources didn't actually matter this game, but yes, exactly. Ock action can be way lower priority than Reno actions, and that's actually like the real strength of Conservator. But anyhow, wow, a young farmer? Wait a second. We have a young farmer and we didn't use it? I mean, I guess we wound up with a wait, where's, whoa, wait a second. Civ, you passed a grocer? I guess you have a field watchman, but that's rough. Okay, you passed a grocer, I see. But yeah, so this is Sleeping Corner Young Farmer, which makes all the sense in the world, by the way. With that said, if you have this combo, why did purple not lean into this combo and like literally just grow via Sleeping Corner? It's a late growth game. I don't normally approve of using Sleeping Corner for your first growth, but like this is one of the games I certainly would have considered it. Like, you have young, anyhow. Field Watch is better than Grocer? No, that's fair. The more I think about it, Field Watch over Grocer is totally fair. Young Farmer takes away the huge annoyance of getting the graded Sonate early. Exactly. How did we not play Young Farmer this game? Like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, right? Your first pick Ock died, and for what reason? I don't know what reason. Adoptive parents is garbage. Wow, so the Stockman almost did come back to us. That would have been good. Schnapps Distiller looks real nice here also. I would not be taking adoptive parents. Adoptive parents is not good. But Schnapps Distiller, when you have a grocer and you get a bunch of free sow actions, like this is such easy feeding. I mean, you probably have easy enough feeding anyhow, but I just don't think adoptive parents does anything, so. That's what happened to corn schnapps? Yeah. Did you plow round one? Um, Garteeks plowed round one, right? I don't remember who plowed. You've yet to see adoptive make a difference. Adoptive like rarely does anything, correct? It occasionally does things. Adoptive actually like would have been okay for me, but you actually thought about taking adoptive as the worst food to word conversion. That's fair. I plowed round one. Oh, I did plow round one. Look at that. You think I plowed? I was debating between plow and day labor. Nope, you guys are right. I did plow round one. Good call. There was nothing for me to do, so I just got a plow out of the way. Good call. Good call, everybody. And then yeah, we took buyer. Buyer's pretty good, but yeah. So conservator got taken. So conservator's not going to take it because of buyer. How do I feel about that? Buyer buys reed. We don't need reed really with sleeping quarter and grocer. Buyer buys sheep and cow is okay. It also buys stone. That's okay. It's very food intensive, and we took another food intensive card and another food intensive card, but we're taking some food injection. I don't hate buyer here. I don't really think the buyer did much for them this game though. Although buyer was stone carver, see I'm into stone carver here. Once again, though, why would we make our feeding easier when we could take a dumb card that does nothing? Or another dumb card. Why are we taking so much clay? We're not. Why did we play Portmonger? Wait a sec. We also played Portmonger this game. Why? What? I can't believe this, actually, now that I think about this. We played Portmonger, and we took bottom feeding to generate reed, rather than, actually just young farming early or anything else. Crazy. Okay, well, that's wild. Oh, but somebody wound up with the Portmonger Angler combo. It lived. It lived. All right. Anyhow, we took all the food intensive cards, then passed on 5 sheep. Yeah, that too. Red got 2 plows and purple played Portmonger. Yeah. There were a lot of early plows, but you only need 1 to make it. Yeah. And why did they play Portmonger over Young Farmer, but they play Portmonger? Yeah, I agree. You may not be good at Agricola, but you're good at remembering things for the post-mortem in the chess player in me. Yeah, you can remember the whatever. So Young Farmer got plow blocked. Young Farmer did get plow blocked, admittedly. But we also played Portmonger. We SP'd into Portmonger, so like, you knew they hadn't taken any good at early Ox, except maybe a surprise first pick. Yeah. Angler and Portmonger equals Veg Vendor. Yeah. Alright, well that was it. Yeah, that was a bit wild. Garteek's first picked retail dealer then? Is that what I saw? Oh no, Garteek's first picked skillful renovator. So wait a second. We first picked beer keg. Garteeks could have had forest reviewer wood cart and instead passed that. So also don't do that. Why take skillful renovator when you could just get wood easier and could get all the reed you ever need? And like some amount of the time you wheel conservator or roof baluster with your giant piles of resources. I would never take beer keg on spec here. With that said, that probably means Civ winds up with beer keg this game because I also don't take beer keg on spec. So you thought I first picked woodcart? Oh no. No. Garteek is the MVP of my game. Could even wield the skillful renovator sometimes out of this pack. Yeah. Yeah, I would never take beer keg here. Skillful renovator probably also never take here because I'm taking the wood cart. But I guess if you're taking the beer keg, taking the skillful renovator is okay, but the wood cart was great. The wood cart was incredible. Did I first pick an equipper? No, I first picked wood barterer. I first picked wood barterer. The equipper comes in the next pack. Who needs wood cart when skillful gives you so much wood? Yeah. And then obviously we took retail dealer. Wait, where does equipper come from? Oh, equipper comes in the next pack. Equipper comes from your pack actually. Um, but yeah, retail dealer. Given we first picked beer keg, I guess makes sense. And hey, it works out because for some reason the player in front of you doesn't want Reedstone. I guess it's because they had buyer. And because they ran Portmonger for Reed, I still don't understand. But yeah, here's the equipper coming around. Wait, there's a shifting cultivator in this draft? And shifting cultivator gets taken here? Fascinating. We really do not have the food to support this at the moment, but I guess you want fields and your tree. This seems so awkward because like your game is basically take RSFs, take plows, put the grain in the ground. How are you ever going to get the food to run shifting cultivator, then put the grain in the ground to use beer keg? I don't understand, but 2-card forest plow combo, basket and shifting cultivator. It's there. It's there. No, I'm just sad because yeah, shifting cultivator would have been pretty good for my game actually. I wound up with tons of food in the basket, but I just never saw that, which is fine. Wow, they take the stockman then. I guess stockman with skillful makes sense. Forestry studies. Why are we taking forestry studies? Throw that card out. Take Acorn's basket. Take anything. You're not playing forestry studies. At least you shouldn't be. I don't know why you would, but in their credit, they didn't. So that's good on them. But also, we wound up with no big house stuff. But yeah, we don't take conservator here because we have skillful renovator. Do we at least take puppeteer then? Okay, we do take puppeteer, but then we just never find time to play puppeteer. It does make our forestry studies look real dumb though. All right, well whatever. All right, we can rewatch this for Civ's hand, but imagine you had debt security instead of this dumb acorns. You maybe get third. Yeah, Hod 6. Yeah, I just chill. I just 6-picked a Hod because who wants a card that just like gives you 6 clay for free, Lumen? That's obviously a 6th pick. Replaying your draft might make Lumen faint. I mean, this draft is pretty nuts, like, realistically what happens. But yeah, I mean, this was the easiest wood barter of my life. Like, there's no other pick here. You pick the wood barter. And then I wound up picking clay supply just because it's stupidly flexible. And I really didn't know what else to do here, and none of the miners are very good. So, the card text this game was 1 wood to 3 clay. Oh, okay, you'll tune out. Yeah, I mean, this draft was dreamy, and the wheels are very surprising. Some of the wheels. But yeah, then woodcart. This pick was obvious. Forest reviewer woodcart. Like I should not have got past this, but I did. So like forest reviewer woodcart. Like I get all the reed and all the wood, and I already have a bunch of wood. Like done deal. Like I'll make a game out of that somehow. Your game is way better if I pass you the clay supply. You like throwing axe a lot. Yeah, so I thought about the throwing axe also, because I like throwing axe too. But then I was like, throwing axe is awkward. I don't know what else my other miners are. Clay supply is good, flexible stuff. I already figured I had some extra wood, so I didn't necessarily want to take lots of wood with throwing axe timing, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the hell was going to get picked in that pack, but anyhow, yeah, Woodcart and the Forest Reviewer were dumb easy. This pack, Excursion to the Quarry, stupidly easy. Also, don't know why I got Excursion to the Quarry when there's a skillful Renovator in front of me. Now that I think about that, what did Garteeks take over Excursion to the Quarry? I'm not going to go back and find it, but Excursion to the Quarry obviously was stupidly good here. Just stupidly good. Incredible. And then, yeah, we took Domestician because we thought we might put sheep in our house. But that's before we realized we were going to fence 15 in round 6. But, you know, most of the cards here weren't very good. We almost took I did debate Stonecarver for a while because I knew this hand was very food intensive and we didn't have food. But we were really hoping the basket wheeled. And then the basket did wheel. So that was also great news. And then, yeah, we found an Equipper. And I need a third Ock. on top of Forest Reviewer and Wood Barter that was worth playing. Equipper is dumb with Woodcart because you get just that little bit more tempo on getting Woodcart out, which is critical to make Woodcart great. So, Woodcart Tree Guard is gross. This is Tree Inspector, though, not Tree Guard. Oh, no Tree Guard. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah, blah. What accumulation spaces were missing? Yeah, we were missing Tree Guard. No Tree Guard, but it's always fun to get both cards the person in front of you should have first picked. Yeah. This is like the one draft that might have made me a Tree Guard convert. Oh, I would have played Tree Guard here, yeah. I would play Tree Guard with this hand. Tree Guard would have been real nice. And then, yeah, we get the foreign aid back. I wind up taking schnapps just for trickles of food if I wind up, because again, I'm still very worried about my food with this hand. I mean, it turns out that my food wound up pretty damn good, but the basket really ties things together here. Without basket, we're struggling a lot. But yeah, then we just get a chill 6-pick Hod because reasons. I don't know why we get a chill 6-pick Hod. We also don't really need a Hod because we get a Conservator, but foreign aid coming back was actually a real steal. Yeah, the foreign aid coming back was really handy too. The foreign aid coming back partly hints that nobody wants to go big house on me, which also, yeah, really was convenient. I mean, I have all the resource injection in this game. I don't know why. I don't know why Hod comes around, because like Hod at least lets somebody build a clay room on me. But like, I guess the skillful renovator was injection, to be fair. But like, otherwise I have basically all the resource injections, so like my opponents can't justify building rooms as much. But Hod literally was just 1 wood for 3 clay, which was funny, but the tempo was huge. Yeah. The foreign aid didn't do much. No, the foreign aid just saved me from eating 2 pigs. But like, it could have done a lot more. Again, it's not clear to me that I'm getting 5 sheep in round 7 that was really 10 sheep. If red decides not to give me the sheep, or purple decides not to give me the sheep, I almost certainly have to play a much earlier foreign aid, which I grow much sooner though too, so like whatever. But yes, foreign aid and basket coming back was huge, I think, so. Yes, it did also let me play significantly greedier because I always could just equip foreign aid whenever I wanted, but you think you just needed to try harder to wood screw purple? I agree. I was actually a bit surprised. As soon as purple built a room and you had no wood in front of them, I was like, okay, Civ's gonna screw purple on wood and like just it's gonna be gross. I did not realize how much I was winning by at that point, although the end game also broke essentially perfectly for me. I mean, again, I got 2 cows actually. I still never expected the 2 cows. I got the plows, like it was, and I got the joinery. My game could have been much worse. This really should have been a lot tighter. If red takes the cows, like they're probably supposed to, and then I guess Playmaker had a good reason to reno Sleeping Corner, but I thought Playmaker was going to force me to reno without the joinery, which cost me extra actions. But like, yeah, everything just broke so nicely at the end. It was crazy. But being able to just take a big wood food action any combo gave me so much flexibility. Yeah, also remember a lot of times they came with a read, because I could just keep slamming Forest and Grove to make sure Forest Reviewer was hidden. Like, yeah, this was such a fun hand to actually be able to play, but yeah, it's unfortunate for everybody else, because it is slightly busted, and I probably got cards I shouldn't have, but oh well. Oh, right, read 2, because why not? Yeah, correct, why not? But anyhow, even though FA didn't end up being ultra impactful at the moment, it was... Yeah, foreign aid was useful. It definitely was useful. It gave me a lot of flexibility in what I was allowed to do and try for. And yeah, it was a pretty easy foreign aid hand as long as everybody wasn't fighting for growth, which did become a little scary. Like, I partly held on foreign aid just to make sure none of you were going to build tons of rooms, because like I was a little scared that I was going to get like grow blocked on room queue or some nonsense, but I took no read actions at all. Correct. I only played Forest Reviewer. Why would I take read? Yeah, why would I take read? Correct. Who needs read actions when you get 11 read? Like, not me. But that's why Forest Reviewer is so dumb. Like, you got to take so many huge read actions. Correct. Nobody took read. Correct. I can't believe that red decided to use Portmonger for read. Like, that's what they wound up, or not red, purple. Purple playing Portmonger for read was baffling to me. I thought for sure Purple was going to take 2 read in round 2, but then, yeah, you got what, 7th or 8th action to read? It must have been 8th action. Yeah. It was 8th action to read in round 2, right? It was crazy. Like, it was just wild. I mean, I understood why I wasn't taking read, and I also understood why Red ultimately decided not to be taking read because they were just getting easy RSFs. But yeah, I was so confused at what Purple's game was up to. But I think I was right to be a little confused at what Purple was up to. Their score was not good. Although Civ was slightly worse, but Civ also revealed that yeah, you had a first pick Field Watcher and got screwed, and then yeah, the grain payoff cards never came to you, even though you certainly were close. You were surprisingly close to getting past a beer keg. But anyhow, you wonder how this game goes if Purple just takes 4 sheep. Oh, I'm very curious also, but you had like 3 things you went for that didn't pay off at all. Yeah, that's kind of what I realized. Like, I looked at your game toward the end and I was like, oof. But the draft didn't go the way you wanted. The first room didn't turn out great, and the round 11 start. Yep, you did. I give you credit, right? Like you tried your best in a tough situation. I just take slight solace in the fact that it still happens to you, even though you're rated as 700, because like it's obviously happened to me yesterday or like here and there. I just like feel like I wind up in games where I try my best and I just find no good path and I die. So you at least are making that's I take solace in it, but I'm sure I'll get slammed by you pretty soon. I'll lose to you coming up. I had the right seating order here and got past the right cards. Like that's kind of what happened, right? Like if you were in my seat, you would have smashed me down the same way. So, but well, anyhow, it was fun to get another game in after our first game died here today. That first game that the person left on was also like I wish we could have seen it because it would have been such a cruising. Uh, the first game was definitely going to be a cruising win, so I guess it was nice at least for. It was nice for the. It was nice for the Agricola gods to at least give me a smooth game. We all thought your game was great until you revealed the field watch. And yeah, admittedly, we were all like, "Ooh, does he have a plow driver, or is it like a scholar, or even just like a first pick manservant didn't make much sense." But we were like, "Yeah, it's got to be like a first pick plow driver, right?" And then yeah, you revealed it was a field watcher. We were like, "Ooh, field watcher," and then we were like, "Ooh, wait, that means you have no stone house payoff." But yeah, you're glad we got this game. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lumen. There's someone for you to red thumb in my history. Yeah. Who left? Yeah, you're looking for your red thumb target. Yeah, they're relatively new, and they played a harpooner, and then in round 7 they got fishing blocked, and were forced to take a beggar, and they abandoned the game. I had such a crushing position in that game. I'm so sad that that one died, but it's Micah Muscovite. They definitely essentially rage quit because they got forced to take a beggar because they are new and they don't apparently understand food tempo and the fact they could have got blocked and they stuck their neck out and the other strong player crushed it. Probably their first stage 2 beggar. Oh, I agree. They handled it poorly. Oh, I agree. It's yeah, exactly. It was a weak player that stuck their neck out. They got him killed. It's all good. You think you also decided to get out of the early growth plan because you thought you were losing the race to oven to red? You might have gone for it if round 5 growth. Yeah, that's fair. On your way to give red thumb? Yep. You're welcome. We've given you a target. They don't understand tactical beggars either. Yeah, they don't understand anything. I mean, their rating's bad, right? Like the player, yeah, it's all good. I've had pretty good luck against Civ in my life. He's definitely crushed me a few times. Well, crushed. He's yeah. I've apparently have a good record against him. I need to steal all those elo so I can get up to 700. But anyhow, all right. They had the best early stage generation you've ever seen, though. Um, it's it was cool. I was definitely not the best, but it was cool. Their farm was yeah. For everybody's sake, we're gonna go look at that glorious farm, and then we'll end the stream. Um, You are in real life. You're looking at it. Yeah, it's pretty horrifying, but it's hilarious. Um, all right, it should be somewhere around here. We'll find it. You thought they were gonna make a Swiss flag with their fences, and you were gonna award them 40 bonuses. Yeah. Oh, here it comes. We're very close to it. Excellent. We'll step right into it. It's so. You upped it to 40. Nice. But yeah, anyhow, as you can see, Teal has one food at the moment, and they have a harpooner that they need to be using. I just get first growth in round 6 without having to start player because this game was so good. I just had breeding sheep and stables, and I get a milking stool. I was gonna get to grow in round 9 again. Oh, it was so good. I wanted to play this game also. But then, okay, I'm stepping. We got to get through this whole round. Okay, I should have gone a little further, but Kulala on a 2-room stone. Why are you not surprised? Yeah, it was a dumb game because the only other good player at the table decided to hardline 2 stone rooms. Oh god, yeah. Teal also renovated to clay, even though they played forest stone. Oh god, I forgot. Yeah, this game was so dumb. There was so. We added so much wood to the game, but then we decided to build our rooms in clay. I got to just grow first in a forest owner game with a hearth and good feeding and so many strong cards to come. I had Animal Reeve, Constable, Wood Carrier, Grocer, Animal Teacher. Oh, like I wanted to play this hand so bad. My Ox were so good. Not that I've played any of them yet, by the way, but like my Ox were so good. But yeah, here comes Teal's Glorious. Glorious Room and 4 Stables. Mind you, we don't have to build with this action. That's the other really sad thing. We don't need to build with this action. We need to take Harpooner with this action, but we go down in the most just blaze of glory possible. The stables are amazing, but yeah, we don't even need to build this action. We need to build next action. We need to harpoon. But so what happens? We build Glorious Arrangement, force purple to grow. I just get what I want. And then Kulala is like, hey, what would happen if I step on the neck of Teal? Teal does ultimately decide to take food, but then they quit in the harvest. They sat and stared for like 2 minutes. They took this move, and then they disconnected from here. They gave up, but you'd have accepted a hardline 5 fields in the Swiss flag, yeah. Anyhow, the round 6 manservant was so satisfying. Yeah, one of the reasons you don't like fishing commons, they're so easy to disrupt. Yeah, it's not good, but Red was actually decently hungry. Oh yeah, like it was fine. Red like, I mean, Red has so much food coming from manservant, but they were hungry right now, and they have a supply boat. So really, what Red did was they took 2 food and a grain. So like, it was very reasonable for Red to do this. They had played a supply boat. They made it known that they might take, like, they might do something like this. But again, Teal is a super new player. This was like their 25th game or something. Like, they just quit. It's all good. I can't agree, Gonzo, and I won't agree. But anyhow, thanks everyone for hanging out. This has been a super long stream now since I basically played 1.5 games. I definitely should head off and get some other stuff done. But thanks all for hanging out. It's been fun. On my way to make flakes over and over. There's a gifted sub challenge in there for Lumen. Nice. Well, anyhow, yeah. Thanks all for hanging out. It's been a good day. I'll probably stream tomorrow, maybe. I've been on a kick here. I've been like streaming every day for a while, which has been fun. But I'm having fun with Agricola right now, so we'll see. Thanks so much, Grick Chick, for the 3-month sub. Super appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for following, hanging out, chatting. Glad we got some fun, crazy games in today. Even if the one game didn't complete. In our hearts, we all knew what was happening in this game. We were going to watch me crush. It was just a debate if I was getting 55 or 60. So it would have been fun to watch it actually play out, but alas. Anyhow, the flag of... All right, I'm going to click on the link. Lumen wants us to build a flag. I see. Anyhow. You only get to build 4 stables. We'll see. But yes. Anyhow, thanks all. It's been good. We'll see y'all around later. Bye.